Here we're going to continue with the series for me of the day with me, T90 and Mem. We're going to see TheViper versus Liereyy. That's going to be the fourth series of the day. But first, we're going to focus in our viewers, right, Tristan? We're going to focus in our viewers because you guys are very important. You can increase the prize pool in this event. All the donations, 100%, is going to the prize. But if you are donating more than 50, you are also going to be in a board, in a beautiful board like you can see here. These names are already people that has been supporting the channel, supporting the players, Tristan. And they are the names here.
And they also get to request one person in this house to write their name on the board.
Correct.
So if you see someone writing a username on the board, they have been requested. Okay. So I wrote a couple names there. I apologize to the people where the names are crooked. I was told that they didn't want it to be all straight and coordinated. So I thought it'd be cool. Don't zoom in on it. My handwriting's really bad, man.
Yeah, I can say. Don't ask to me, because if you ask to me, I will type excited and I will cover the full board with my name, you know?
Yeah, we'll have
with
no more room.
No more room for anyone, you know? But now we can focus, right? Now we can focus, and we want to say thank you so much for people that are supporting TheViper versus Liereyy. What is bringing to you this series? I mean, Viper and Liereyy, so many matchups, right? So many matchups.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get to the draft here in a second, but as this draft shows up, I mean, this just brings back tons of good memories, right? I remember first time I met both of them was 2017 Gamescom Cologne, Germany, and like I think Liereyy was like 16 at that time.
Yeah, who was a real kid.
Yeah. He was truly the kid back then. That was a final between those two, which I think Viper ended up winning 2-1, and yeah, I mean, they've matched up many times since. They've obviously both grown up significantly since then, had plenty of victories along the way. But, I mean, they're just both so good. Like, when you think of just, like, pure skill Age of Empires 2 players, these two are at the very top, Mem. So, should be good. Draft's obviously very important. I would say they maybe have slightly different styles here. Looks like Copenhagen's going to be our neutral map in Game 1. And then Citadels and High Tides for Liereyy as the maps where Viper goes for Bedouins and Tidepool.
Liereyy is already losing 1-0.
You think so? Because of Copenhagen?
No, Dravidian's first pick.
Oh.
I mean, I'm a true hater of that civilization. I'm sorry, you know.
Well,
it is. This is the first pick also.
Yeah.
It's not good for the first pick.
Well, so I'm not really sure. Like, I'm not personally in love with Dravidians for any of Lierey's home maps, but I do think Dravidians are one of the best on Tidepool. So it's not as if there's not a pick that works here. The other thing to remember about the first pick here is they actually first pick Civilization before the maps are picked. Yep. So you're kind of going for, you're then basing some of your map picks around what that first civilization is. I think Viper's got a great first pick because Chinese, I think, are top 3 on Copenhagen, or maybe top 5. They're definitely top 3 on Bedouins. So that's a lock. Yeah, maybe we will see Dravidians as a big question mark for Liereyy, because maybe it's not worth number 1.
Yeah, let's see. Well, actually, we always thought that Liereyy will like the most aggressive maps. Okay, you can be very aggressive in High Tides. Citadel is a little bit more tricky because of the water involved. He banned Arabia.
Yeah.
Liereyy banned Arabia.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I know that line was like, you're a traitor, man. And he was loudly like, well. Yeah. So he maybe is cooking some strategies. We were seeing how the players want to maybe keep some strategies, but knowing that the only 6 qualified, maybe you don't have to keep many strategies at all.
Yeah, listen, I think there might be like 1 or 2 things that pop up over the course of the week. But as you said, Mem, I think with the top 6 advancing and 4 being out, and this still being day number 2, loser here today is going to be 1-1. That's a dangerous position. If you're this good, you want to go 2-0. And here we are now in the first game. We are in on Copenhagen. We're a little ways in. They have kings here, and usually those kings are going to be safe. I imagine that king will not be in any trouble there for Liereyy. But, Mem, this is more of a boom approach map on the back of a bit of a water build typically. So we got Viper going for the Goths. So he's gone Goths, and we got Vietnamese, which is a traditional pick from Liereyy. But tell me what you think about this Goths pick.
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about that, if it's a boom game and you go Huskarls, you don't have gunpowder units here with Vietnam. You have archers, and Huskarls eat the archers, actually.
Yeah, because it's an amazing pick because a lot of the other civilizations we're seeing on this map are going for ranged archers, right? Yeah. Like Berbers, camel archers, maybe Bengalis, the Rathas, Chinese, the Chukonu. But then Vietnamese are counter to that. They're like the anti-archer, but now rats and archers may be off the table. This is a classic pick here from Viper. Really like the strategy choice.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what is going to happen. I'm thinking also about later combination. We will talk about that. It's true that economically talking, I prefer Vietnam. they are superior economy civilization because, to be honest, Goths don't have any bonus at all. Vietnam, they're saving all the wood. The Viper take the scout, so he's taking now. Ooh, he wanted to kill, but he's not gonna take it.
Liereyy is looking right now. I think he's paranoid. He thinks he doesn't know that Viper has docked here, and he's wondering if Viper has docked and if he can maybe get a second dock. Viper's scout is very weak here. It's just one more hit from going down, and he loses it, which is surprising. But then again, the main things that they're scouting have already been located, and now we have a quick wall war to start it all off. This is not something you see every day on Copenhagen. And now Viper drops a gate, and now Liereyy drops a palisade wall.
Yeah, well, I mean, two of the quickest players, right?
Yeah.
Are here, so the quick walls from them. He need to wall. He's gonna wall it now. There you go. In the last second, then 2 docks. There because he knows that now there's a dock. Even if he probably didn't explore, he knows. Hey, Viper shouldn't lost that scout. Even if it's very low HP, you come back even to the castles, you can recover the HP, and then you are fine.
I agree. But, I mean, he's going to have all the confidence in the world that he can micro there and be just fine. And unfortunately, he got called out there. So we're going to have double dock from Liereyy eventually. Right now, he is to defend his fishing ships here, which he may do. And then Liereyy also has that fire galley chasing down Viper's galley on the other side. So Viper tried to add the galley to kill fish, but Lierey's tracking that. So we'll see if Viper's galley is actually able to execute. Viper's villager isn't here anymore, so he actually can't repair that fire either. This could be pretty good for Liereyy.
It's also a bit different than we see in this map. The big battles are happening usually always on the left area, right? And you come later for the dog here to fight for the relics, but now no, the big battle seems to be here. 2 dogs invested here for Liereyy, and in the other side, probably Liereyy is also fine.
Yeah, and pretty sloppy from Viper. Now he will get the kill. You could tell how intense this is right now because they have to manage everything else as well. But I guess if Viper kills the fishing ships here, he's going to be happy. But he did lose that galley on the other side, which certainly wasn't part of his plan. And I'm still not sure where his villager is either, Mem. It looks like he walled in a spearman right to the left of the dock there. Yeah, he definitely walled in a spearman. But, I mean, if I'm Liereyy, I'm taking this right now.
It's fine. I mean, it's even useless. Don't need that spear at all, so it's fine. Then, if the game keeps going longer here, should Liereyy invest a lot on the water? It's very important because if he's getting the fish advantage, we have seen that the player that is going up to castle is usually the player who is losing the water, and then you drop the 2 TCs and recover from there.
It's tough. I think if you've committed to the second dock, as we see Viper's galley still out and moving around there, if you've committed this much, you want to make sure you win the water, right? So, but you don't want to overinvest because this is a dangerous matchup where if the Goths get a lead economically, you could have some big problems. Speaking of economy, we couldn't see it. But, oh no, I'm actually incorrect. Sorry, I thought maybe Liereyy had lost a villager to a boar. They've still got to bring in boars right now. They've still got to add farms. We're not even looking anywhere close to their base. So lots of things could go wrong here.
He may tongue watch maybe Liereyy, because he should be... Well, he has killed the fish from the Viper. Village number is still the same. He should be 1 ahead because Viper has Insta-Loom, so it's give you a 1 villager advantage.
Yeah, that could be
in that regard.
Yeah.
So let's see what's going to happen. Then I'm thinking about combinations. You could go champions with Vietnam, that we don't see it a lot. And they have the blue for armor, which I prefer also with the attack.
The thing is, I think... first off, I'm not sure if Vietnamese get supplies. I'm sure people in chat are going to figure that out. That's rather important because Goth infantry is so cheap, and you need to compete.
Yeah.
But also, Vietnamese do not get the +4 attack. They don't get Blast Furnace. So I wonder... I'd have to do the testing, but I'm pretty certain that an elite Huskarl should be able to be somewhat close to the champion if that +4 attack isn't in. In my experience, Huskarls are sneaky good if the champions aren't fully upgraded.
But then what you do? Elephants and skirms?
Maybe
it has to be that.
Yeah.
Because elephants is going to eat the infantry, except the halves, obviously. And then you're going to put there the skirmishes. But the problem is that elephants are so expensive. But elephants and archers is a deadly combination.
Do you remember a game in the qualifier? I believe it was Nikov versus Tato. And Nikov had like 5 on food and imp, and he made like 80 Ratans, right? And it was just killing everything. Well, see, that's how good the Ratan Archer is. So the fact that you can't do that now, and you have to ask these questions of yourself, is a really frustrating situation for Liereyy. When he drafted Vietnamese, he just thought, Ratan Archers, boom. Now he's going to have to be creative. So from a strategic standpoint, I think this is going to be very good for the Viper. But as far as this game, Lierey's out-executed Viper. He's finding fishing ships here. He's getting some really good kills, and Viper has going to lose both sides of the water here.
And the good thing here is that, like we were talking, Lierey's not going to be super behind to going up. He's about to click up in a moment, but with a 700 gold in the bank, resources for the Viper are a lot. You're more tight, you know, but it's still going up, which is fine. With 150 stone, he's mining a stone, so we have the 200, but it's up already. It's 15 seconds. Look at the population, 36. 53. I mean, we're talking about that it's complicated, but if you have the eco advantage and you have the timing, then what you need to do is to don't give time to Goths to shine.
Just for those that, you know, maybe new to the scene, maybe just don't have the same history of the game, like this Goths counterplay used to be done a lot to counter Mayans on Regicide Fortress. This was really common back in the day. But to see that in 2024 is pretty crazy. And Memb, if it plays out similarly, like, because for players, they're going with comfort, with history, with things they've experienced. We might see Viper go all in Castle Age. Just skipping Imp, researching Anarchy after he gets a boom, and just flooding the map with Huskarls. It could be really strong.
After the 30C boom?
Yeah, yeah.
A mini boom, you know, and then spam Huge Skulls, Barracks, Petards.
Yeah, because,
you know, and try to snipe the king even.
Because look at where the players are going to expand their eco to. They're going to leave their walls. It's not like everything's going to stay in their walls. Yeah. So if you make a third TC to the very right, if you're Liereyy, that's going to be exposed for Huskarls.
Yeah, and this is one of the civilizations, since they are so cheap, you cannot really afford that.
Yeah.
And if you create the chaos, you can keep booming behind that. This planet has some skills with the macro, so they can do it. They can do that as well. So let's see.
Which player do you think you would typically prefer on this map? Like, which one, if you were to guess before you see any of these details, would be the better one here?
The Viper.
Yeah, same.
I will think of the Viper for this map. You know? Like, I think this is why he left the neutral. But I'm telling you, I was checking sneaky because we couldn't see the bans. The last ban before the neutral for Liereyy was Arabia.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He could have banned Arabia or this one.
Yeah.
And he preferred to play this map against the Viper.
Yeah, well, I wonder.
It's crazy for me.
What part of that was like, oh, I can't lose with Vietnamese, right? Like, what part of that was just, if I base my plan around Vietnamese and all my practice games, I beat all the theoretical counter picks. And listen, players, they'll train with a lot of different individuals. But when you think of the players that are closest to Liereyy, they're not really players that are doing the out-of-the-box stuff, right? He's maybe talking a lot with Hera, talking a lot with Hart, talking a lot with these meta players who suit him, and probably not having anyone say, well, what about Goths, right?
Yeah. Daud usually pick the Goths.
Yeah.
Usually pick, well, this is GL, so, and he's doing already some huge, man, he's gonna eat the Rattan Archers. I mean, look,
well, that's
hits. That's only happening with this unit. He's doing even squares, so he's going to be chasing those. I don't know even how much is going to be the speed. When he's doing the squares, he's going to be faster than the Rathans.
Yep.
Rathan is going to be down.
And this is like, we weren't even talking about this stage.
Yeah.
We're talking later on. Yeah, so that's
he can take 7 relics.
That's really awkward. Look at where Lierey's built his TCs. He didn't build the TC on the outside where there's extra stone and gold. So actually I think that's smart because he's aware of that threat. But even though Liereyy has the res collected lead, he's got 1,000 more resources collected. Even though his eco upgrades are looking great, he is on a timer here. I think even if he gets the relics, even if he collects more resources, there's a lot of resources to be found on this map, and the Goths are dangerous.
Yeah, because here, Cavarches are not even a choice either. Like, Cavarches is have the same issue. Yeah, they have more HP. They have mobility.
They have
mobility with that, so
I have an idea.
I'm scared.
It might be bad. but well, just hear me out, okay? So, Vietnamese elephants, super underrated in my opinion. And they're because 450 HP.
Yeah.
What if you make like 10 regular elephants, enough where Viper says, "Oh my God, I need help," right? And makes like 6 barracks, preps help, and then you just go rats and archers anyways. A little bit of a switch up. Like maybe you just make enough elephants to force Viper away from the Huskarls, and then you can actually use the rats.
But honestly, I'm not the most fanatic of this kind of map when there is always the sensitive. But what is make this match fun is exactly this.
Yeah, agree.
Having the Gods, because now we are discussing already for 20 minutes in game time, and we don't really know what is going to happen. Because when you know what is going to happen, it's kind of, okay, now we depend on the skill of the player, but now depend on the skill of the player and the decisions.
Speaking of...
2 houses there. Now, okay, you're fast.
That's impressive from Viper.
Come on.
Rats and archers are supposed to be fast, by the way. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we love the Viper. Yeah.
That's such a Viper thing. That's such a Viper thing. And also, I mean, he could end up getting away with killing all these. If he converts one, yeah, he killed another, and Lierey's got to give up on rats and archers, dude. Anytime he moves forward, he's going to run into Huskarls. He just can't make his best unit.
Yeah, he needs to do more monks, and he's doing more monks. The problem is now that the Viper will be getting the relics, and in this map, you can go up to 7 relics. That's a lot of gold for the late game. Gods don't need it. He's going to make the strategy you were mentioning. He's doing already even the +1 armor. He has squires, +1 armor, already 7 Huskarls. Another TC, but maybe he's not going to use even Siege. Like, he's going to go use spammy Huskarls and keep doing armor and keep booming.
I mean, there's maybe 20% of viewers watching right now who have very bad memories flooding back into their minds of when they've been raided by Huskarls, right? Like, you think you do everything right, you have the better eco, you have the TCs faster, you get access, you win the water, you get the relics, and then it just you
die.
Yeah, you die anyway. So you're like, this civ is busted. And then you ask some pro, like, why don't more pros pick Goths? And then the pro player's like, well, because they're ass, like, and then you feel like a noob. But
you remember one pro that is not here that hated so deeply the Goths? It's Argentinian.
Hated the Goths.
Yeah. He hated them.
Well, good friends with Nikov. He's pretty opinionated about a lot of civs. Are you talking about him?
I'm talking about Nikov. We love you, Nikov. I don't know if you're here. He doesn't like them, At least he changed now recently his mind, But Handcart is going inside, and now it's going to happen to what you are talking. Let's see how the Huskarls are going to deal with it.
Rats and archers.
Oh, man.
What are you doing? They just let Viper into the base, and now you have to garrison your eco, but these are Huskarls. They've got so much armor that they're just going to linger around here forever. This is so frustrating for Liereyy.
Yeah, well, but he was looking somewhere else, and he did all this without the loom. Still, Liereyy has lost 6 villages, but he's on the way to Imperial, and he's going champions. Menstradamus, I told you, he has to be this. There's no other units he has.
Correct.
There's no other units he has, honestly. I mean, to make the elephants or full elephants, you need not 83 villages and fish. You need 130 villages, basically, and a lot of economy.
Okay, well, we had Memstradamus from you to predict champions, but can I get some credit with the Anarchy play here? We got Viper dropping more barracks. This is like 2015 all over again, playing against Mayans on Regicide Fortresses. Viper just deletes those Huskarls.
Well, he can do 100 more in a moment.
Exactly,
no problem.
Just don't give any to the opponent. But yeah, I think, the reason for this, by the way, is because this gives Viper a lot more time producing out of his 4 TCs. Whereas Lierey's only going to be producing out of 3.
Supplies. The question we were asking before. Go on.
You can get, it takes a long time to get champion. So this is going to put Liereyy under a lot of pressure to expand anywhere on the map. But it does delay Viper's imp, which could potentially be an issue.
Yeah, I mean, when he's having the +4 for that infantry, even if you have the Huskarls, and he's having a lot of monks, the micro is going to be important. I don't dislike here Liereyy position, Tristan. And soon he will have a stone to drop a castle. If you are able to drop a castle, and remember that the production is going to be quick for Vietnam because you get conscription for free as well.
That's true.
So it's going to be very, very nice, and it's going to be now on a timer maybe the Viper. He should probably rate, like one better and rate the economy. Otherwise, it's a problem.
Well, I mean, had Viper not clicked Anarchy, he could have clicked Imp already. So it seems like he clicked that, dropped the barracks. That was his plan. But now, maybe after seeing longswords, he does actually want to go Imp. I see Viper's made a transport. I think he's trying to... Is he trying to sneak to snag the relics real quick on the pond? It has to be...
Yeah.
Oh my... No way, dude. Don't let him... Liereyy, you've got fire galleys. Don't let Viper do this to you. Liereyy sees it. Run. No way, dude.
That's sloppy.
So
that's
Liereyy,
sloppy.
But we kept seeing moments where Lierey's ships were getting converted by Viper's monks. So I think he clicked his ships away and then has been so focused on everything else. Viper's going to get 5 relics because of those 3 being stolen.
Yeah.
And this puts Liereyy under even so much more pressure to push now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the castle is forward, as you can see. Look how do you see the monks going in a formation, in a beautiful formation. But he's there with the castle there. Is there a small hill? No. But he's having rat and archers and already champion
This is crazy.
It's a good combination.
I'm really impressed with Lierey's macro. Holy.
What we were talking in the sofa.
Yeah, we were saying...
People underestimate Lierey's macro.
Yeah.
It's showing here.
Yeah, I mean, he's got champion already. He's got good upgrades flying in with the blacksmith. The castle position's perfect, by the way. He also, if I'm not wrong, has stonewalled to that pond on the right side, so there's no way that Viper can really raid there. Double layer as well, which is really smart against Viper. And yeah, I mean, we know what Viper was trying to go for here, but now will he actually have time against this pressure from Liereyy?
Yeah, now Huskas is not an old. With champions and with Rathans, I don't know. He's going to have to do both. Huskas and champions, you can spam a lot. 53 farmers, I'm not sure here. There's a lot of units. But Liereyy is missing the +4. What are you thinking right now, Tristan? What do you think that the Viper could do here? Because the amount of army from Liereyy is 47. The population is really, really higher than the Viper. But when he's doing perfusion, oof, you spam it really quick.
Well, I mean, the issue I see for Viper here is there are still, like, Rats and Archers actually pose a threat if he's trying to mix in his own champions. I'm really surprised. I know that Huskarl against champion doesn't feel good, but sometimes with Goths, you've just got to send it. And you could just outproduce here because your units are cheaper. He'll probably try and get to a combo. Elite Huskarl's not going to be realistic for him for a while. And there is perfusion now, so that will increase his production. But that's his castle, so he won't complete perfusion.
He doesn't have. That's a real problem. He doesn't have another castle. That's really a problem. He's doing the castle on top of that hill. There's some champions, but as you mentioned, the military production, you know?
Yeah. He also just lost his two-handed swordsman barracks. His two-handed swordsman barracks went down at 99%. So Viper will not be able to realize this. He thinks that upgrade is on the way because he has so many barracks. Lierey's completely pouncing on Viper's production. He will run into Viper's base. Viper will house wall, but Viper needs some time here, man.
Yeah, he needs time for sure. He doesn't have the resources. He's spamming a lot of lone swordsmen.
It's still
lone swordsman, fully upgraded. Yeah, but lone swordsman, you know? So you need to definitely make the next one, which is not happening right now. We need to check the Viper. Is he trapping those units? He trapping? Not really, because they're going to go into the farmers.
Yeah.
So
this is like deja vu for Viper. He's getting raided by champions. This is what happened against Doubt yesterday.
Yeah, and the problem with Tristan is 200 population, and Liereyy is going really quick. He's being really quick. He knows that he has to be quick.
And champion dies to Rats and Archer. Lierey's got Bracer and Chemistry coming in. He has good Rats and Archer numbers. Viper's in big trouble.
It's over.
He taps out. He calls the GG, and Liereyy outplays Viper. Even though Viper had a potential counter pick there. That was slick play from Liereyy.
But this is the macro that people underestimate from this player.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they always say, you see Liereyy, and people think Archer micro. What Archer micro here?
Yeah, yeah,
He
exactly.
7 archers, and then he was doing a boom,
the champion
going up.
That takes a long time, right? You have to go from man-at-arms, snag supplies, go all the way up to champ, and typically we see a lot of people die in that time. Now, my question now is Viper feeling some type of regret in this because he did research Anarchy. He dropped all those barracks. He delayed his imp time. So I think Viper needed to either like get the upgrades, make the barracks, and spam 50 units and wait, or he needed to not get those upgrades and click up to imp a little bit faster there.
I think the only way was what you were suggesting: full castle,
full
castle, full army, even go siege. You break in, because if you raid, if you go with Ram, let's say that you don't go up to Imperial.
Yeah.
Well, who cares? You're spamming Huskarl.
Yeah.
You don't let your opponent go up.
Exactly.
You let go up to Imperial.
Yeah, and you take the map control. That's the most important thing. You're actually very commonly going to miss out on a good kill-death ratio with the Goths. But Liereyy was able to wall the sides. Liereyy was able to advance to the middle. I would have liked to see Viper just send a bunch of Huskarls to his death there.
The only
threat
was those 5-6 Huskarl that got into his base in the middle.
Yeah,
well, he was without the loom, but didn't lose more than 6-7 villages, and then he was up to Imperial. Well, it was very impressive game there. And now we're gonna see game number 2. We don't know what map is going to be. Let's see if we can see the draft, because the viewers might say, oh, by the way, look at the prize pool, already 52K. You know?
We will have Tidepool for game number 2, but before Tidepool, we have a quick break from our sponsor.
And now, a word from our partners. Are you looking for true surround sound? Well, you're in luck, pal. The Liereyy Sound Zed 400 gaming headset gives you real 360-degree surround sound. With features like pinpoint precision, crystal clear bass, and immersive audio quality, you can end your losing streak. Get ready for sound so lifelike you'll swear you're on the battlefield. With this headset, you'll hear every enemy approach, every call, every detail, only without the clamor of villagers. Gamers, listen to you rage. Get yours on Müller.de.
All right, well, we are back, and we are directly to the draft where, again, Liereyy, he picked Vietnamese rather early, right after that Viper went for the Goths, and as much as we like the exciting counterplays, did not work out for the Viper. Liereyy won both waters, remember? He had those faster to the TCs and had the better economic civ, and it worked.
It's the decisions, Tristan.
Yeah.
We saw yesterday in that bypass with Italians and Portuguese, it was looking very good for Hart, and somehow Liereyy also made the comeback, and I asked him in the interview, is better Portuguese than Italians? And he said, well, now maybe.
Yeah,
apparently,
Liereyy does something he's added to his game, and I don't know if it's intentional or not, but he has a really strong ability to turtle and boom. Just like stay condensed on the map, get a crazy economy, and then push out. So typically you'd think he'd use map control a little bit more, but he showed he doesn't have to do that. Game 2 coming in here up here in a second. We are in now, and this feels like a very important one here for the Viper. We've got docks up for Liereyy already. We've got a dock coming up from Viper, but it is Liereyy as the Armenians, which a lot of people think is the best water civ in the game right now. And then we have the Viper playing as the Koreans.
Before going into the game, we have to make a big shout out to Putty, because with 120 euros donation, that's going to be in the board later. Thank you so much, and thank you for the support. But we keep going now with Liereyy, Armenians, 18 population.
Are they fixing Lierey's camera right? Yeah, I think they paused because we were looking at Lierey's chin.
Yes, historically, problems with the camera.
And no offense to your chin, Liereyy, but yeah, that's probably better here. I think that's the reason for the pause. They'll be back in here, and there we go. So, Armenians, I think they're really dangerous, especially if you're going to be playing on water. The mule carts are super efficient. The wood golden comes insane. Like, this game's even, and they're both making ships. Even though the Koreans have some bonuses, I think the Armenians, at least economically, will win out here. So I think Viper will maybe need to be a little bit more creative in this one.
Creative and aggressive, because we have seen how in the previous game it happened if you let Liereyy go with the macro, so might not be that confident anymore.
Yeah.
And Korea seems maybe also very strong for the later game, but it feels that they need more time to shine there. The towers can have a good impact in this map because it's very short distance, and with zone upgrade, you get 13 range with the towers.
Yeah.
It can help a lot to relocate even or get map control. A lot of possibilities here.
That's actually that stage of the game where the towers can pay off. That is what the Koreans actually are going to prefer here. Once this gets to Imp, beyond the Navy, Armenians struggle compared to the Koreans. They don't have bombard cannon, which is a big difference maker. They don't really have the fortifications like the Koreans. So Viper's going to have to find a way to stall it out. A lot of the games we've had on this map, we haven't actually had both players dock the middle.
Yeah.
So Lierey's going to see that Viper has docked the middle. He's clicked up. And I think Viper will probably follow him here, but that's going to be great for Liereyy. He's like, oh, you want to fight on water? I'm already there. And he's already up to feudal to go contest there.
It's the first time that we see that the player is going for the dock in the middle, right?
I think.
I think we have seen always going at the back.
But is Viper right now assuming that Liereyy didn't dock middle? Can we see Viper's scouting? Everything Viper's doing right now tells me he's guessing. He's guessing that Lierey's docked the outside, and then he's going to dock the north to go kill his fish. But that's not what's actually happening here at all.
Oh, man. Viper, Liereyy is doing the second dock already. He's going to take the water there. Well, but he will have a dock safe also outside. So at the end, it's going to be more or less even. But how much?
Well, I mean,
that is going to lose.
If Viper was going fast feudal, he would have clicked up already. So what this could be is maybe some weird calculation where he's expecting to lose his fish in the middle, and then he just wants to add more on the outside. But it is a little uncommon. He was pushing an extra deer, too, with his scout. So definitely looks like he wants the res, but that's a good uptime there from Liereyy. He's actually going to go for 2 galleys, so those fish will go down right away. And I would expect an extra fire or so to destroy Viper's dock, but after that, he can fish boom.
Yeah, we need to check if Liereyy knows exactly that the dock is there. Can we put a fog of war? He knows, but he doesn't know that where's the other. He's going to find out.
Yeah,
going to the right direction. That's... Well, sometimes the lag factor matters, no? Or you think that is kind of being intuitive here?
Well, I think Lierey's played the perfect game. I think Lierey's played the perfect game in terms of scouting. This is exactly what you need to do. You go for your own build. You adapt then based on what you see from your opponent. And so Viper, he did scout the 2 docks from Liereyy, so he knows he's about to lose his fish, but he can't exactly do anything about it. So those fish are just going to die.
Well, it's Castle Age. It's past Castle, then for the Viper, and then maybe some turtles. And in Castle Age, if you mine a storm, he will go for the boom. You can make also some towers. It's completely different strategy. Maybe he think that Viper thinks that I cannot compete against Armenians in Feudal Age, so I'm going for the fast castle. Oh, just passing. He has the loom or not?
Oh, dude, Lierey's playing insane. Lierey's playing insane. I've seen Viper win the previous game so many different times, right? That looked like such a comfortable spot for him. It felt so inevitable. He just got completely outboomed and outplayed on water. And now, like, situation like that, Liereyy didn't have a reason to really be paying attention to that build. The dock was already placed, but he's really has extreme focus on every detail. And the scout has seen every dock. He didn't miss the dock in the north as well, which is why he added his own dock. I mean, this is as good a game as it could really be from Liereyy so far.
Well, right now he knows exactly what's going on. He's in the market, so he knows that his opponent is going for the fast castle, but he's going to feel okay. I mean, he's taking the fish already. He didn't take all the fish in the middle. I think there was 3, but he take 2, so 1 probably is there idle, which is almost the same that being lost.
Yeah.
It's not working, doesn't matter. The scout is going to keep getting more and more information. And Liereyy is floating already 400 foot, which is going to be increasing really fast. He has 5 fishing ships working. It's going to go up quicker with a better economy. And right now, since he has the middle and probably going to take the dock, he's fine.
I don't know if this is a feeling that the players in this house are going to feel, but I could speak for like other players amongst the top. When you've lost that first game the way you did, and then you see a scout scouting every single detail, just being all over you, it's not a great feeling, right? You really are like, oh man, it's anything I do to try and mind game or surprise someone, he sees it. So Lierey's obviously in full control. That adds a lot of confidence from him. But every move that Liereyy has spotted, Viper has already noticed him being there. So Viper's going to have to find a new creative way to try and push back. And I think you called it, Mem. I think the only thing that would make sense is a sneaky turtle ship.
On turtle ships. Well, he's doing the dock there. I think he has a fire galley in the north as well, the Viper, but Liereyy is coming with another. He has 2. Now he will need to micro, because if not, he's going to lose those galleys. He need to hit them back.
He's going to, I think, try and go kill the fish.
Yeah, but how much he has there? He has another 3? Oh, man.
2.
2. The other one is lost probably in the middle. And then the villagers, but yeah, there you go. It's
wow,
here.
look at the scouting, dude. He finds the next dock as well.
The multitasking, here's not
It's
the APM.
insane.
Is the multitasking is being amazing, absolutely amazing. And now he's on the way to Castle Age with 46 population, the Viper 30. Look at the difference in the population. Yes, you might do some turtle, but the turtles are not cheap.
Yeah, they're not cheap, exactly. So Viper needs these turtle ships to pay off. We've got the big water chonkers coming out of these docks, but the middle's the most important right now because that's where Liereyy actually has fish.
He's getting both there, if you notice. Not in the outside, both are there. You know, he will have to probably queue them to get the second. He's doing the extra tone center, but if he's not getting the water in the middle, then the Viper is clearly behind.
I think, no, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I like the play from Viper to wait for the second turtle. I've seen so many people just pop out with 1 and they just lose it. 2, obviously you have double the chances there.
If he make it, because look at the dock is going down really fast. The turtle is need quite some time, and maybe he's gonna take the dock. He's gonna be very close. He's sending another one. He put out, well,
that's actually kind of good.
It's helped him. It's helped him because maybe it's the turtle is out.
There's the second turtle now.
It's too many. It's too many galleys. He's gonna get it, and now he's gonna micro with like the archers.
Yeah.
He's micro the galleys like the archers, man.
Well, look at what Lierey's doing though.
He's killing the dock.
He's taking the dock, so Viper can't make another one. Fishing ships are faster than turtles, so you can just sail away.
Everything is faster than turtles, actually. You know, everything is faster than them. You know?
That's true.
Yeah, they are so beautiful, pretty, but they're slow.
Yeah,
they're very slow. And they were buff, I think. They're a little bit faster now. I don't know, millions of patches, you know, but I think
they're too buff. That's why they can't move.
He's gonna dodge. Nah, he's gonna lose 1 fish.
If Viper actually kills a couple fishing ships, and he just sniped that Vil, and he was on the second TC, I think he's actually pretty happy with this.
It's fine. It's fine.
Because if we add up the price of all the ships that Lierey's made here, and then add up the price of 2 turtles, I'm guessing that Lierey's actually invested more. So that turtle, exactly what Viper would have wanted. You could see how even it is economically now.
And he's taking also a few galleys here. Well, the game is pretty close. He's doing now the second TC. 4 villages ahead. He still have 4 fishes in more, so that's why you see guys 39 to 38, but the 30C is coming. 30C as well for Liereyy. pretty even game. The good thing for Liereyy is that he has a lot of resources in the bank. That means that he's going to have all the TCs working. For now, the Viper is also working. Idle TC exactly the same. 7 seconds. So close game, Mister.
Yeah, really close. I mean, it's just been a fun series so far. I think Liereyy, he did the right thing to really put a stop to Viper before he got going in the previous one. But here, Viper's done a good job to stop Liereyy from gaining that really significant lead that the Armenians can gain. Again, I've seen turtle ships just fail so many times. I've seen them fail more than I've seen them succeed in tournaments. So well calculated from Viper, but he's going to be thinking about late game. And Liereyy, he's got that turtle ship to maybe deal with. He's already got 1 relic. You get that relic for free out of the fortified church. He's got warrior priest running around picking him up. So I think if Liereyy could snag 3 or 4 relics, there's arguments that his late game position might even be better than Viper's.
Yeah, I mean, it's still close, but let's see what's going to happen in this one. We have talked about how Armenians can be in water. They're very nice. But for the later game, I like Korea, man.
Look at that freaking scout, dude. I am actually getting annoyed on Viper's behalf. Liereyy is checking everything. He's like, how many you got on stone? Okay, 2 on stone. That can't be a castle drop. That's going to be a tower rush. Just thinking about every little detail. Sees the scout from Viper. Goes to kill the scout from Viper. Now, if Viper loses his scout, that could be really awkward.
Oh,
and now the villager is being attacked, so that's going to be another kill.
Okay, powerful. But he has the monk. He's killing now the scout, so now he will have to run away. He's going to try to kill the monk. He cannot because he's very close to the TC, and that scout, it's still going away.
There's Navy.
We survived. The fire galley is not a node, and he lost it. It was time, man. It was about time to lose that one.
Okay, but
my goodness.
That leads me to my next point here. This is where Viper could consider a little bit of map control with towers, just to make things awkward.
And now he's mining a stone.
Yeah.
6, not 2 anymore.
I would love, especially if we could see Viper scouting here, we could maybe calculate where he might place this. But you just want to take some map away. This might be why Liereyy is walking over it with Vils, honestly, just to make sure he has vision. But that whole area, that is some valuable space to build castles and production buildings.
He's having not only that, he's having also warrior priest. He has already 4 already, 1 more in the queue. He's trying to go there. And remember that to convert them, if you have monks, you need to make a tournament.
Yeah.
Taking already the 3rd relic, as you mentioned before. I love a lot that he has hand card, and he's probably coming now with the village to make those towers.
Yeah, so Viper sees with his scout that Lierey's over here, which is just perfect play from Liereyy. I don't even think he's going to be able to do much with the siege push, but it is purely to force a response and pull Viper out of that position. And Viper's going to try a tower push on the other side. Now, how aggressive do you place this tower, though? Because you have no army.
Yeah, you cannot. It's to control. Maybe the first one is going to be, closer to yourself. But this siege is happening also yesterday. It's to disturb a little bit, to make some reaction.
Yep.
Probably it's not going to overinvest. And resources are starting to look very healthy now for Liereyy. You can see 30 on foot. Remember that all the eco upgrades that he's doing are working more efficient with Armenians, so it's great. But now the towers are defending here because he saw the siege workshop with the monk.
It's not like Lierey's had the massive fish boom. He's just simply existed as Armenians. Look at the res collected. He's collected 2,000 resources more. Now, Liereyy spots this. Viper will know he's been spotted, so that seems like the position to maybe drop a tower. And there it is.
Well, Lierey's happy. He spotted not so close to his base, and he's going to go up to Imperial very soon. Resources are really close to go up to Imperial. He has the buildings to go up as well. Liereyy has 2,000 resources collected more than the Viper, which is crazy. So we are watching today a different Liereyy, a macro Liereyy over than the micro one, and he's doing a really good job. I believe that the castle should be probably this area to protect yourself and then go full water and Romans.
Well, maybe that's what Viper wants you to do, though. Like, what if you drop a castle to respect 1 tower and Viper's whole eco is exposed on the other side? You have some options right now if you're Liereyy, but I want to see, where is Lierey's stone? We should probably focus on this first.
Wait here first, yes, and then we go for the stone, because he can kill some villages, but he's being annoying. Look how many villages are not working.
Yeah,
he's micro and he's not losing them, but he's using 10 villages to kill the warrior priest that actually Liereyy killed himself.
Killed himself.
And now is there with the mangle, which is down.
Okay, so let's see, though, where's the stone actually accessible? Because long-term stone and gold can be really tough.
That's the stone from Liereyy, and that's why he needs to make the castle there.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is that the only one he has? I think he's got one in his base. Yeah, the other, that's his stone. So that's, now I love this castle a lot more now, Memb.
Yeah, it's great.
But if you're Viper, are you not kind of okay with that? You stole some of his stone. you forced him to place a super defensive castle when he's going to be an imp faster. That's actually kind of okay for Viper, I would say.
Yeah, I think it's fine. And then what you want to go with Korea here is just go up to Imperial, make all the upgrades. You will have bombard cannons as well. It's true that Liereyy has amazing monks too, but let's see. I mean, where's the key here? Because there's another castle now from the Viper coming in the north, as we can see. It will take it down the siege workshop, and he will also defend that gold and the stone. So basically, both are playing now very similar. One have a castle in the south, one have a castle in the north, but the timing and momentum in terms of Imperial time is for Liereyy. So focus on water now first, and then transition into the land.
I mean, if he didn't just have to place a castle there, I'd say Trebor in the north and try and get a castle up somewhere. But there's not a lot of space now, and Viper could maybe spot it. So yeah, I think you honestly max out on eco upgrades because you're not going to find immediate damage. And if you have the docks, I wouldn't mind a couple more galleys and maybe some drama.
Go to the north, because I think he's trying to go quick walls with the Villier, and I was guessing properly. He's just saving the Villier there against 2 scouts. He's on point.
Yeah, he's playing
He's
sick.
really on point. He has now the
sick.
archery range here. So castle to defend in the south, and he's going to attack to the north.
Viper's 3 minutes away from him. It's not like this is a 30-second difference here. Viper also gets a quick wall down, well played. But again, to my point earlier, it's like there's no way Viper can't feel this level from Liereyy.
Yeah.
He's probably like, what in the world? This is crazy. Probably would have had confidence in himself in the first game. Didn't work out. Now here in the second game, Liereyy is out-booming him and out-macroing him on his way to Imp, which historically has maybe not been what we would have said with Liereyy up against Viper.
Yeah. Well, Murder Holes is still 2 minutes. 2 minutes to be in Imperial by that time. He's going to have trebuchets out there. He's going to have all the upgrades. He's doing even chemistry as well. Well, you need the numbers. And if he's doing now Dromos in the middle, he's going to take it down all those towers, and those resources that are exposed are going to be gone.
So Draman range, is it 12 range?
13?
13? Okay. And
around
then
that.
And then, but Korean towers is 13.
As well.
Okay, so I'm wondering if Viper can get enough towers with all the upgrades. Wonder if maybe Dromans don't have as big of an effect. That tower's going to go down, so that's 2 wasted towers from Viper.
Yeah, well, we're going to see now because he's doing the drama, so please, Vodka, when you can, we see if he's 12 or 13. It's around that, you know, and we're going to find out very soon. Now, it's still in the queue. We want to see them, but we don't have yet the possibility. They're still coming with the skirmishes. And in Imperial, you know, in the land one, they're limited, Armenians. But check the population. It's super ahead. The range is 12.
12.
Right.
Okay.
You know, 12. So even worse in that regard.
Yeah, so in theory, Viper could get the unique tech for the towers. But, I mean, we're a long way away from that. And Viper's really a long way from having a response to Liereyy right now. Now, Viper's still trying to box Liereyy in here. He's trying to hold the north where there's additional gold and then hold this area where there's additional gold too. Thinking that long term, he'll be in the better position. But right here, he's going to start to lose his castle. There's a Draman, there's a Treb. Like, this is tough for the Viper.
Yeah, it's tough for the Viper. He's doing the upgrade for the towers. That one that you see there, the silver one is Option, so it's gonna be towers already 13 range, which is a lot. Yes, it's a lot, but you have Trebuchet, and it's gonna be fun. Oh, that village is gonna be gone. You should delete it.
Oh well, she joined the right side because she was gonna die otherwise. So I mean, can we blame her?
No, definitely not. But look at that Dromon now taking the castle, 2 Trebuchet, the skirmishers, population. 20 population more. 20 population more keep coming with Trebs. What I'm impressed is about the multitasking, and he's on both areas.
Yeah, it's so good. It's
he's
perfect.
in the north and it's in the south with Trebuchet, and now he's building a forward castle. So he's not letting the Viper to advance at any moment.
Yeah, and it's like Viper's not making any mistakes. He's just simply behind. And he's trying what he can, baiting the castle positions, trying to build towers, but everywhere you look, Lierey's got army and he's got siege to push the issue here. So, I mean, I'm really struggling to give Viper any ideas here, man. I'm not sure what to do. I think more skirms and then bombard cannons is his play, but that's going to take time. Chemistry is just now on the way, so he's 90 seconds away from even getting bombard cannons.
Yeah, it's a complicated situation. He's doing it +1 armor. What is he planning to do? Halberd is here?
I think that's a misclick. That's got to be a high-pressure misclick there. I think he's trying to get armor for something else.
Well, but there's nothing else because he got the range units. So,
yeah.
I mean, cavalry is... It shouldn't be, but well, let's see. It's still a lot of stone resources. He has a lot of gold. He has a stone also in the bank, but he's unable to use it because it still doesn't have the population. Is coming with the traps.
There were 2 trebs for Liereyy in the south.
Nah, it's gonna be champions 100 HP.
Oh my god, the Trev actually snipes the Mangonel as if things couldn't get any worse here for Viper.
But how can you be that on point? How can you check even that? Because you need to click it. That's not randomly happening, you know? You need to click it there, you know? Click it.
Listen, there's a lot to compliment Liereyy for. With how inaccurate Trebs are, I don't think we could say that was Liereyy micro. But still, I mean, you're right.
Who we blame? Who we blame? Let's blame someone. The B words.
He's paying attention to it.
Okay.
It's incredible. And he's also prepping a champion switch behind this, which is actually what he used in the first game. Mem, it is 2024. Liereyy is about to use champions 2 games straight to beat the Viper. Would you have believed that if I told you that 3 years ago?
Yeah, but you know what is the most impressive? That it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Or it's
yeah,
working,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's
true,
working
true,
the
true.
first one because you can use it and then okay, you know. But let's see. It's coming now with 4 trebuchets. The towers are going to be down. Yeah, it's doing all the upgrades.
Ooh, big
But
shots.
let's see now. Let's see now. The bombard cannons are coming. This is the only chance for the Snake.
Yes.
I don't know if you agree.
Yeah, no,
the
I
bombard.
agree. This is what we've been waiting for Viper. That bombard cannon and many more that could join in here is the difference maker. Armenians cannot do that themselves. With the unique tech, Armenian champions have 100 HP though. There's not a single hand cannon out there for the Viper. And the Trebs hit the bombard cannon and the Mangonels hit the skirms, but that's huge for Liereyy as long as he can keep his Trebs alive.
Unbelievable. Really, really unbelievable. He's taking everything. Now the champion is happening again. And again and again. Well, 1 trebuchet is alive, 2 more at the back. The skirmishes is still there, doing another monastery. But Feritress is happening here. That's the upgrade you were mentioning. And he's gonna have 100 HP champions.
Yeah.
Those champions are gonna eat military from the Viper.
I mean, Liereyy, I'm almost expecting this because he's played this entire game perfectly. If he hits both sides with the champs, Viper's toast. If he hits just one area and Viper takes this area back, maybe it changes. But 10 champs here and then 10 champs on the other side, Viper can't deal with that right now.
But it's not that easy, and we're talking how perfect the Liereyy is playing. You check the population, and the Snake is ahead in population right now. Villa is almost the same. Army more. It's true that the army is pure skirms. But now he's smelling the champions. And what are the units that are appearing on the field?
Oh, yeah.
The hand cannoneers are going to be there.
You're right,
so
man.
It's the wait a little bit and hold. Viper can come back, and then we have a even better series because a 1-1 is what we want.
There's no champions in the South, and
Nope.
there's not enough of a push really going from Liereyy. Things have settled down. It's like he's trying to wait for the champion numbers. This is kind of what happens when you try and go for champion typically. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
And so that gives time for your opponent. In the previous game, there was no hand cannons really as a possibility for Viper as a counter to the champions. Here, Viper has hand cannons as an option. Actually, I think if anything, Viper's just had more time here because Lee's really waiting.
Yeah, he's waiting. He's kind of on a timer now.
But Viper has to know, like, if you wait this long with showing nothing else, Viper has to know champions coming.
Yeah, but anyway, you can know it, but if you have a lot of them and he's having a lot of traps, you need to take those castles. He's doing now Cannon Galleons the Viper. You can see there's 2 bomber cannons, 3 bomber cannons, a lot of hand cannoneers now and skirmishes.
Oh, man.
Those bomber cannons are now going to be with 13 range, so the dromos are completely useless at this point. The bomber cannons are going to try to take those. The champions are coming. The champions are coming. So many champions. The skirmishes behind. Now the 4 trebos and the bomber cannons is trying to micro, but he needs to kill the bombers at Tristan.
Yeah, and you also, if you can, you need to take out those hand cannons back there too, because those hand cannons will still do a lot of damage. Liereyy feels like just through pure HP, he's able to push this back. He's sniping the monks. His trebs are still waiting to be deployed. Viper's landing some pretty decent shots. Liereyy, I'm not exactly sure if he's made a lot of progress, but he is sniping the bombard cannon.
Yeah, but he's sniping the bomber cannons in the north. I believe that those 4 bomber cannons that we see in captures are in the south, and in the south, the bomber cannons are coming,
Lierey's no
taking
clue.
the castle. He has no clue. Now he's not multitasking as before, and maybe he's gonna get advanced here, but what happened then in the south? One player will win one side, one player will win the other. The economy is exposed.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this, the relics are pretty far away from where he's getting pushed in the south, and maybe Liereyy can actually defend a bit easier because he could send in champions there. It's an unprotected bomber cannon army from Viper. That's going to take a little bit more time. But credit to Viper, man. It's looked so bad. Like, he's just been behind this whole game. He's 7,000 resources behind in terms of res collected, and yeah, he's holding on.
Not anymore. You see 51 farmers. He's gonna do something as Liereyy here. There is when we see how limited can be in some civilizations, because when you have to go to the land, this is what Armenians have.
Yeah.
There's nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you do? Light gas here or what?
It's
He has
got to
the
be
champions.
champ skirm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
champ
you cannot go unique units either. Composite bomb and here, it doesn't make sense. It's all the skirmishes. Conscription now, but he keep advancing and forced Liereyy to make a castle. Defensive one. Probably he wanted to have this castle here.
Yeah, I love the picture-in-picture. I'd love a glance back at the other side, just full box here, just so I could see what's happening. Yeah, so that's a defensive castle. Lierey's starting to get some army there to address this. Viper is, both players are going to have to work on both sides, but Viper's even got a cannon galleon on that castle right now. Oh my goodness, so much is happening at once.
Amazing, and now you cannot do anything there. I mean, you need another trap automatically go in and kill that cannon galleon.
Yeah. That's such good map control from Viper. What a hold, what a hold, what a push. Still pushing there, still holding at his base. Being patient against these trebs as well. That's 5 trebs firing, so he's got to be careful with his bombards.
That being said, Tristan, Lierey's still on 184 population, more than the Viper. Can we check this out a little bit just to see if Viper is advancing, Mr. Vodka? Let's see really quick.
He will probably run into the castle. I don't think he knows about the castle yet. But once he knows about the castle, that he's going to focus that down pretty quickly. Lierey's crumbling. Viper's landed big shots there as well. Viper with the score lead. This is a hold.
The Viper is coming back, guys. The Viper is coming back. We were telling how good the Liereyy was doing, but then Viper listened to us probably. He removed the headrun and said, Tristan, ma'am, I'm playing good as well. You have to mention, okay, you are playing okay. 165.
Oh, no!
And the Viper is back in the game, is back in the series, and this is going to be the 1-1 from the Snake.
I think
incredible.
Lierey's got no space, man.
Yeah.
If he loses grounds here,
look at the map
loses all his trebs, he's going to lose his castle. And he barely has gold income long-term here. Like, he will run out of gold, and
man.
the GG is called. Viper holds on. I thought he was in big trouble there.
You thought? Well, you thought, you thought. We all thought that it was in big problems, man. It was crazy, right?
Yeah.
But the beauty of this game and these players, man.
I mean, it was just such a good call. I think, like, Viper, as we said, it got very silent there. And he was like, wait a second. He's been pushing me nonstop. All of a sudden, he's not fighting. He's got to be tech switching to champion here. And so he mixed in the hand cannons behind and had really healthy skirm numbers at all times. And he'll be happy about that one. I feel like for Liereyy, he's going to be kicking himself because he had all the momentum. He could maybe blame the civilization, but I think what he'll be disappointed in the most is that he allowed Viper to regain control in the south in the first place. The north was going fine.
But how he allowed, actually? Because he was trying to
He had the south. He had the south. And then Viper just showed up out of nowhere with one tower, which turned into a second tower.
That's crazy.
So I think like just a little bit more army control down there. Viper never gets the control. Viper never gets the push. It changes the game. But I mean, that Viper just needs a little bit of magic, a couple moments here or there, and he'll turn it around. So what a series it's been.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
We need 30 seconds to recover from this, guys. Quick break, and we keep going.
And now, a word from our partners.
Look, you know how exhausting it is to control all our fine electronics at home? Well, I think I found the perfect solution. Elmo, come here. Come here, boy. Sit. Hey. That's a good boy. You're fine. Sit. More. Couch lamp. On. It's a good boy. Come here. Sit. Hey. You're fine. Elmo. Couch light 2. On. Good boy. Elmo. Couch light 1. Off. Couch light 1. Off.
Maybe it's time to try something smarter.
Say hello to smarter lighting. Hammer Smart Lights bring voice control, energy efficiency, and 16 million vibrant colors right to your fingertips.
Oh my, what a terrific alternative.
More smart, more home. Hammer.
Well, this is why when you see the Viper and Liereyy, you only have to do one thing. Stay tuned.
Sit down and watch.
Yeah, watch. You have to watch. This is you have to watch because we couldn't even explain what happened what happened in the previous game. And
It's
it's
so cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
Liereyy was playing the perfect game.
Yep.
The perfect game. Then the Viper wasn't doing mistakes, and then he pushed it back. It's just incredible. We're gonna go into the game number 3 in a moment, okay.
Okay. Apparently,
So
we had a bug
it's
in
fine.
the third game, so we'll be in that in a second
So
as
we
they restart.
we can check then the draft now, and then we see exactly what's going on. The third game is going to be, let's see, because I'm gonna get some information very soon, and I'm gonna let you know what is gonna be the third map. But we have Bedouins, Citadel, or High Tides. What do you think Leo is gonna pick after this one?
Civ-wise, I mean, Viper. It's not like Viper's lacking civilizations here at all, but I think Viper's definitely going Chinese on Bedouins, and then is going to have something like maybe Romans or Japanese for Citadel or High Tides. So I think Liereyy, I wouldn't normally expect him to want to go like hybrid map against Viper, but considering he's drafted 2 separate hybrid maps, clearly he feels like that's a good move for him. Last time he played Citadel, he completely destroyed Heart. I believe you were casting that series.
Yeah.
So that looks like his first pick. I would expect maybe Citadel. And what
With
Lierey's
Dravidians?
been doing...
With Dravidians there?
Yeah, he loves his galley builds there. So I would guess maybe Dravidians on Citadel.
Well, it has to be there, because High Tide is better to have a little bit more mixed options, because it can happen what happened in the previous game.
Yeah.
That you get into a moment into the game that you need some more units, that only the water or the archers. But well, Liereyy with the archers is dangerous, and the game is going to be ready in a moment. You can notice there. And ladies and gentlemen, this is game number 3. The Viper and Liereyy are gonna show us a very, very good series, Mr. Tristan. And we have, as a blue, the Viper on the left, Liereyy on the right with the red, and civilizations are Khmer and Dravidians. Is this Khmer? It's Khmer, right?
It is Khmer.
Ooh.
Okay, so...
Surprised, no?
So,
No dock?
yeah, well, he is adding the dock, but Memb, I do not
Not a
think...
lot of water, I mean.
Yeah. I do not think he's going to focus on water long term. See, what Liereyy did in that series against Heart was straight up galley play. They just galley ward, walled, and boomed, right? But that's not something a lot of other players have been doing. We've been seeing a lot more land aggression here. So I think that what Viper will try and do is open to Feudal Age, go for fast scouts, and then switch them to fast archers. Because think about it this way, right? Normally, on any water map, it is twice as hard to get into land army because you have to think about your first and second dock. Here, it's that combined with the fact that the Khmer player doesn't need to build the barracks. So you feel like 2 steps removed from being able to go land. I think it's going to be scouts from Viper to 4 spears, and then immediate switch to archers.
Do you think that Viper is, since he's only the day 2, only taking in consideration that what we talked before, that 6 players will advance only, so you cannot be overconfident here. Like you lose now 1-1 and you lose tomorrow 1-2 and you are in problems. Maybe he's trying something, because I don't think that in day 2 they are going to show their, let's say, their cards, their biggest cards.
Yeah, but I mean, you could make arguments that going Goths against Vietnamese was showing a card.
Also
That's a pretty
something.
big thing.
Yeah.
I really think...
Or trying something as well.
I don't know if there's many big wildcard strats with these maps, and at this stage, and honestly, it is not a given that Viper gets a bye to the semifinals after group stage.
Okay.
He's got Liereyy to contest for that, someone like Hera to contest for that, the way Vinchester's playing, maybe Tato. So, yeah, I think this is a lower draft pick against the number 1 pick. So you want this as a player, where you could potentially break their number 1 pick, and the scout goes down for Liereyy. Now Liereyy cannot even see what the opening is. So he can't check for the second dock, he can't check for the scouts, the archers, he's just going completely blind.
That's a big mistake.
Huge.
You cannot lose the scout like this.
The TC position is fixed, Memb.
Yeah, it's kind of
fixed.
You know that is there. I mean, 1-2 tiles away.
Yeah.
It's the difference only. Like it's there.
Yeah.
This map doesn't have any other generation. So yeah, man, the gold stone is located differently.
It's always
yes,
the same.
but the TC, the Citadel,
Yeah.
is there. Anyway, let's see what it's going to be. Remember that Dravidians get 200 wood extra for free. Yes,
Yeah.
but Khmer, you don't need to make, for example, a barrack if you want to go stable. So kind of you are saving that wood.
So
as well.
Viper now is going to use his scout, and he's going to look to see what Lierey's doing, because he can do so. And he hasn't seen a second dock yet on the shoreline.
Oh, Viper is leaving that open, sorry.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Liereyy, I think, has gone for the right call. I don't know what Viper's going to do just yet,
So he's one.
but he's thought about this logically. Oh, did he delete the barracks?
Because he saw the scout probably.
Yeah.
I think he maybe no.
That's
Okay,
funny.
it's not. It's
think-
not. My theory is gone. You know, completely gone. It wasn't because of that. Okay, we keep going.
But yeah, I think like Liereyy has to respect the land, so that's why he's adding the barracks. Even though he's just guessing here, it's the right call.
That's triggered me a lot.
Well,
when I'm casting,
it's fine.
It's
It
but
hasn't
it's
happened
Viper.
yet.
Yeah.
It's fine for now. We just
Viper,
gotta-
Viper doesn't have experience, you know. What the hell is happening, you know? And then there's a hole, and all your
Mem,
your base is
you're a Black Forest player. I know you send your whole eco forward to wall right away. It's all good.
Okay, man. Okay. You are always you always make that comment when we cast together. And you want the 1v1 so much, we can do it, man. We can do
okay.
it. I will play with the controller, so I blame the controller. Anyway, let's see. Look at the house, the palisade, and that village is with lower HP.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Viper's looking around right now. He's like, "What's going on?" There you go. There's the Vil checking for the hole.
He saw it. Okay.
So Viper open with the range. He is making some fire galleys, but it is still 2-dot commitment with galleys from Liereyy. So no big problems for Liereyy here. I would say what gets difficult for Liereyy is to micro land and micro water at the same time here. Even for him, it's tough if Viper comes forward with the archers soon.
Did you see how the observer wanted that I don't get annoyed anymore? He put the pit.
He did show that.
To say
yeah.
that this wall. Okay, thank you.
He's
Thank
a smart
you
coach.
so much. Thank you. Barak and Archer reigns now. So both are going to go archers, or, well, he could go schemes, but we all know that Liereyy loved those archers. And the Viper is coming. He take already a spear. A spear is not really important anymore because he was doing the spear in case that he was coming with a scout. It's not happening, so now he's going to focus on the archers.
Yeah, I mean, the spearman was just a replacement scout at that point to toss away to find the information. And Liereyy has so far, even without that scout, perfectly predicted what is coming his way. He added the range. He'll have his own ranged units, and then he's still got the galleys out here. So let's see if Liereyy can micro both sides properly. But it was a little late from Viper. I thought we'd see extreme pressure, and Viper kind of walled up and took his time here.
And let's be honest, the longer the games goes, I prefer Khmer. Like
Yeah, that's-
100%.
Yeah,
the longer
potentially.
the longer the games goes, you start to drop the farms with the crazy economy you get from them, and then you go siege with Khmer against Dravidians. What you do?
I mean, I think we all know I would prefer Khmer because of the eco and the farms.
Yeah,
but,
you love the farms.
But on this map, though, it's kind of close quarters. Like, you can't really use mobility in the same way. So I think Dravidians with bombard cannons and arbalest might actually be pretty dangerous for the Khmer who don't get bombard cannons. It's just talking long term.
Yeah, but we don't see in this game that long post-Imperial game.
Yeah,
that's why I'm talking that a
yeah.
Castle Age aggression here can be very dangerous. And usually, what you want is to kill Dravidians in Castle Age.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they struggle more there because in Imperial, they start like having bombard cannons. They have answers, actually. Having bombard cannons, you go archers, skirms, and these archers on the goal, on Liereyy's goal, those archers got fletching, so they can kill, but Viper need to micro to kill. Is
Yeah.
going to take something or not? No, because
Nope,
probably
doesn't look
some
like
are
it.
coming.
Yep, there's some
Okay.
skirms chasing there, and Lierey's going to win water. So Lierey's got 5 fishing ships with Dravidians, bringing in lots of food, and he's got the range units to defend. I mean, apart from that scout loss, this has been a super clean game from Liereyy.
But the whole series, let's be honest.
Yeah,
I mean,
whole
this is
series,
1-1,
whole
and he's
series.
playing it still very, very smooth because I don't think he did mistakes, really. I honestly think that some civilization at some stages just fall behind, and that was happening in Armenians. But now let's see, the Viper is coming with more units. That Liereyy probably more on the land or not, because some of the
Yikes.
units are on water, and Liereyy is doing the job,
Look,
man.
that was crazy. He also
Amazing.
chased down one of the other archers. I mean, Viper's opening was supposed to be this dangerous guessing game, and it has just been so clean from Liereyy in the clear up. Beautiful play.
Yeah, doing really well, but it feels that now the Viper, that in my opinion should do Horse Collar, even more with Chimera, and if he's going full feudal now, look at the amount of farms. Horse Collar would be great in this situation. I believe that we're going to see Fortune or Scale Pattern Armor very soon.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what a lot of players will do in Lierey's position right now is they'd say, we just cleared up his army. Great, let's go kill him, right? But against the best, Liereyy now just says, actually, hold on. They're going to have to make more army. He's going to hope I go forward. Let's let him overinvest and just go Castle Age.
Yeah, and
So-
he will. He need the market. Look at the goal.
Yeah, he's got the market. He's going to wall up, ensure he's fully walled. And I think Lierey's just going to sit. It's going to be very boring for us, men, but I think he's just going to sit, wall up, make archers, and then play the crossbow timing. And Viper's just produced all these extra scouts.
Well,
Viper doesn't have the fish. Boom. Viper's not going to be able to do any damage here.
When we talk about the boring, it's because we want the action, but we have to. Let's remind to the viewers, this is a long tournament, right? Or longer than what people might think, and you want to qualify it, not to show, aggression
Well,
or entertain the players,
yeah.
entertain the viewers. Sorry, yes, that would be great, but you want to be safe here, and this is why you need to go Castle Age quicker than Khmer, but Khmer Bond, this is cheating in Civilization.
It is really good.
Look at the food.
It is really
Look
good.
at the food. It's going to be up quicker than Dravidians and having a good economy as well. And this is where I really believe that Khmer is going to be favored here. If you go now siege with Dravidians, how do you stop it? Sorry, with Khmer, how do you stop it? With
Well,
Dravidians?
so I like, Mem, this is a fun spot we're in right now because you're very pro-Khmer, and I unfortunately have found myself on the very pro-Dravidian side, which has not been very positive around the community, but I think Crossbow Mangonel.
You think Liereyy can control that army?
I think he's pretty good with that. Yeah, in the hands of Liereyy, I think Crossbow Mangonel is perfect.
Could be okay.
Because remember, Dravidians also have cheaper siege.
Yeah, true.
So it's like, and you would think that the Khmer would want Scorpions here, and you would think the Khmer want an open raiding game. It's walled. It's like you have half the map because the rest is covered by water. It's going to be kind of tough.
Khmer has redemption also.
Oh, true.
Khmer has redemption also. That's why I'm telling you, I will go with Khmer 1 TC all in.
Yeah.
Change your mind now, because with the monks covering there, I mean,
You're
go
talking
with
about the
Khmer.
greedy snake. Greedy snake isn't going.
1 TC all in. No, it's
Viper?
No. Okay. Oh, crap.
Viper's going to respond. Viper's going to respond with immediate 3 TC boom here.
Stop giving you arguments. But for now, it's doing the aggressive. It's Skill Burden Armor, Bloodlines. He's going to try to do the army, I don't know if with Forest Scout, the light that will happen. Maybe it's not a node, right? So he will go Knights directly. But yes, he has 200 stone. Look at the amount of wood. Looks like you're going to be extra tone centers.
It would be the Viper thing to do,
Yeah.
and it's just so inviting when you have over 600 wood and you make it to Castle Age. But I'm really curious to see how this goes there.
Ooh.
Wow, we actually have a dock from Viper. He walked to the middle to dock there to come back on fish. Lierey's going to do the same thing on the other side. But does Liereyy actually know about Viper's dock, I wonder?
He has to know because the fish is there.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not really
he
looking.
noticed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's see now, because there is Siege Workshop from Liereyy. The Viper is not doing yet any extra TC because he's doing even University.
Okay.
He's going aggro.
Well, he wants
he's
to go
going aggressive.
Yeah, he wants to get
Yeah.
ballistics for those skirms.
He's doing Bozo even. He's going all the co-operators that he needs. He's having Botkin. He did the forward dock that I believe is going to make galleys, but he noticed.
Yeah.
He's doing the Knights. Ballistic even for those skirmishes. Then he needs the Siege Workshop forward. If you are investing that much,
Yeah.
you should go, or you think that going ballistic is enough?
I think in Viper's hands, he's going to hope to just simply out-micro those mangonels. So it's going to get really micro-intensive. He will have some Knights, too, to maybe kill them. So this gets interesting. I think the ideal position for Liereyy would have actually been the Siege Workshop in the middle. It's really tough to get that continuous mangonel push going when you're producing from in the middle of your own base. So this is going to give Viper a lot of time. I think Liereyy did notice the dock. He's got more ships coming over to deal with that. But
Plus 2 armor even.
it's still very defensive from Liereyy. I mean, you give Viper this much of the map, and Viper can do a lot with it.
Yeah, well, he's trying. I mean, he's doing absolutely everything. Now he has +2/+2 for those skirmishes. Ballistic as well. I still miss the siege. He's having 4 Knights already with +1 and the Bloodlines, but Liereyy, it's wall. If you notice that he has ballistic, maybe Liereyy will do ballistic as well. Now he has 2 tone centers, so maybe he can afford it and be fine.
Yeah, I mean, you're starting to see Viper with a lot of time here, and when you do have the eco lead, you obviously want to invest into military, right? Haven't seen the military from Liereyy really accomplish anything yet. Has it been worth the investment? We'll see. But some smart moves here. What
Look
in
at the deer.
world is
Look at the deer.
The deer is blocking the wallville. Don't you hate it when you're going to work and the deer just stop you from doing your job?
Well, I mean, I cannot deal with the Bambis. So, I mean, don't talk to me about
Can you
that.
imagine if this
What
changed
is
the
this?
game?
I mean, imagine
Like,
that now he's
Gads,
coming with
please
all the
fix.
army. I mean, fix it, man.
Can you imagine?
Fix it.
Can you imagine Game 7 Finals, Noble Apartment Cup?
It is
and the
still
deer,
there, man.
And the deer is
still
blocking
there.
a ville. Like,
No, but it's not blocking. It's pushing back.
What? True.
Because look at where it's here now. It's gonna push him out from the walls, man. What's going on, man?
I think I really
Look.
I can't look away from it.
Please, Vodka, can you remove that? We cannot focus in the captain anymore.
No, put it back.
Ah, come on.
Put it back.
No.
The people want it. Oh, man.
Maybe now when there's no more palisade, it's gonna work properly. No, to be honest, put that because they are not fighting. They are behind the wall.
Hey, there we
bravo,
go.
bravo.
There we go.
Clap in the channel.
Oh,
Oh, man,
man.
it's gonna wall it. I think it went away when there was no more palisade.
What is Liereyy? Memp, like, I love Liereyy, but he's got 4 mangonels in his walls, bro. Like, I thought he was going to push. He's given Viper so much time. It's crazy investment just for defense. I guess maybe he's thinking about Arbalest now.
But Viper still 1 TC.
Yeah,
I
true.
said about 1 Ton Cente, and he's even doing Chambered and armor. Now he has the siege. Some people were skeptical. You were skeptical as well that it was going to be 1 Ton Cente.
This is a lot of pressure.
Eventually he will do probably the Ton Center extra. But look at what Liereyy is doing that he's usually not very
He
well
just wants
often.
Imp, I guess. I think he
Not
really
only,
wants
yeah,
Imp.
and not only that, he's gonna have the castle already. He's gonna be able to drop a castle. Look at the stone he has in the bank.
I'm wondering,
500 the stone.
do you get that ideal castle spot, though? You probably want a castle exactly where Viper's sitting.
There.
This is going to be tough.
Yeah, he's repairing here. I mean, he's kind of afraid because he knows that, I mean, the Viper has a lot of farming.
Wow.
1 mangonel now down. That's really, really important. The micro here, we see MBL micro here. Who's gonna have MBL micro? The Viper or Liereyy?
Yeah, seriously, the mangonel
Important.
micro should be pretty good here. Now, there's always potential if any of these houses get taken down, that Viper could dive, but he hasn't seen those crossbows in a while.
Ooh.
It would be pretty wild. Imagine if Viper thinks that those crossbows are counterattacking or something because he hasn't seen them.
You know what? Sorry that I changed the topic. You know what is triggering me more than that deer or that hole? 1,500 foot. You know, not having the buildings. Go Imperial.
Well, I
Go
think
already Imperial because that changed everything. You make chemistry on +3, and then you push back completely the Viper because Viper doesn't have enough economy right now.
unfortunately, the villager that was distracted by the deer got chosen to build the market. So he is building that market, and oh my God, oh, Liereyy, be careful!
No, he
Be
need to walk. He
careful.
need to walk. He need to make a stone wall. There's another
What is
hole
happening?
here. Oh man, he's gonna kill now the mangrel. Mangrel is coming. It's gonna be a outcast. It can be. It's gonna be a hole there or not. He's walling. He's walling absolutely everything. He's taking some builder bad.
They didn't. There's a hole.
Oh,
What?
he's inside.
He pops out with 4 more mangonels. What in the world?
Man, he got all the mangonels doing nothing. He's gonna lose everything now. But Liereyy is on the way to Imperial, and he should be more or less fine. But he should be in a much better position than this.
Yeah. I mean,
No. What?
it's got to go up. 90%. No way, dude.
Doubting.
No way.
Doubt vibes. Well, he's gonna
That'll
make it.
go up. No doubt.
Look at, but with
No
all
doubt.
this, look at Liereyy population.
Yeah. It's
I mean-
really good.
It's 40 population
I-
more than the Viper. He's dead.
I mean, Viper, that was everything he had. Everything he had. Now, he did kill a lot of mangonels, but they're cheap for Dravidians. And the key this whole time for Liereyy has been to keep the crossbow number high so he could upgrade that. And that's exactly the position he's going to be in here, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy here. I think Viper can quit. When he reach Imperial MA.
Oh, okay.
What do you think? That he's gonna quit AOE?
No. No. I mean, he doesn't, he doesn't know that he's on the way to Imp right now.
Yeah.
But it's not looking great for Viper. I agree with you that those knights were expensive. The skirm. Think of the investment in the skirms. He got full attack, full armor, and ballistics. Maybe killed 5 crossbows. That was it. I mean, I think.
The amount of artists he has now.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's just crazy.
It's crazy.
I mean, credit to Liereyy, because I was really hoping for offensive siege, but that could be problematic. It can get messy against the Khmer, and Dravidians
And it's
have
snowball.
weaknesses. Yes.
And it's snowball.
Exactly. That's maybe what Viper wanted. To his credit, he's had the patience, and this is probably the best archer player ever in the game with 30 crossbows that are going to get these upgrades. I mean, Vipers, I don't know what to tell him.
Well, can't screw, to be honest.
Yeah.
1,300 gold. The food is going up really quick because Khmer is like this. But the timing and the momentum. Let's see the Viper reaction in 3 seconds. If he's gonna have any reaction.
I think he's got to call it, right? He's
called
got
it,
2
man.
knights.
So
Yeah,
he quit.
calls the GG.
He quit the game. The game.
Wow.
It's crazy. This being a big crazy. Well, Lierey's playing crazy here.
Yeah, Lierey's playing crazy. I mean, remember how bad it could have been for Liereyy? He lost his scout. We were expecting some awkward stages there where he wouldn't know what Viper was going for. But he played it perfectly anyways. He won the water very early on. He also was ready for the archers and knew that was going to be the opening from Viper. So it was a late pick from Viper. I don't think he'll be hugely disappointed in the fact that his late Civ lost to #1 Civ, but he's got an uphill battle to climb now because he needs to get 2 wins in a row.
Don't you feel, Tristan and the viewers, don't you feel that Liereyy is not only also playing execute, he's feel prepare.
Yeah,
He's
100%.
really prepare for the maps, you know?
I'm seeing confidence from Liereyy, just every move he makes, it just feels like he feels like, yeah, this is the best play. Yeah, this is the best play.
Well, guys, a small break, and we're back.
And now, a word from our partners. The rise of modern technology takes its toll on all of us. Hours and hours at your desk leads to stiff necks, aching shoulders, sore lower backs. But there is a solution. Back Force. The Back Force 1 Plus doesn't just stand like a rock on the digital battlefield, it transforms the way you sit. With Gamer Pulse LED lighting lasting up to 20 hours, this chair is more than just a seat. It's a throne. Personalize it with patches for your nickname, clan tag, or any custom text. Because your chair should be as unique as you are. Every Backforce chair comes in a wide variation in colors, including this noble white and gold or black and gold colorway, and the Gamerlegion Special Edition. Sit like a king with Backforce.
We're back. We were talking to 90. I mean, like, what you thought that
It wasn't what you said, it was how you said it.
He quit. He quit. And
I'm
you were
like, we're going back and forth in all these strategy discussions, and Mem just like, he could quit.
and we are not here. When we are casting like this, we are not like this. No. Tristan.
Yeah.
He quit. And he quit what? You know? Okay, this is so fun. And now we're going to see game number 4. I think we could check the draft to see what is
Yeah,
left.
we should.
Yes, let's go for it. And, well, we have, it's going to be Bedouins, I believe. It's going to pick his whole map.
It all depends on how Viper wants to play this, right? Because I think Chinese on Bedouins is disgusting, and it is clearly better than what Liereyy has available. So does Viper want to get the momentum back, tie this up 2-2, but then go to Lierey's home map? Or does Viper say, let's play the toughest game first on Lierey's home map High Tides, and then in Game 5, I've got the better Civ?
If it wasn't Swiss stage, I will go for that. But every game count. You want to secure, I mean, if you lose, you want to secure 2 games for yourself.
Every win.
So now, that's why I think there's not going to be like, I'm going to pick the whole map from the other. You're going to want to secure yourself.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
No, I agree with you there. That's a very good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
And that's got to be on the mind for the players because there will be...
It's confirmed. It's Bedouins. It's confirmed.
Yeah, and there will be some tie breaks potentially at the end of the 5 days of groups. So good point from you there. So here we are now. This is a crazy map when it comes to food income, but it is important to see the starting TC positions because occasionally one player just doesn't have as many pawns around. And I'm looking at least at Lierey's TC. I think he's got a slightly better TC. He won't have the vills that the Chinese have, but he's got more shorefish around. He's got a boar right next to him. He's got the wood. Viper, I'm not seeing the shorefish he would want. So I do think, even though it's around, it's maybe going to be a little bit more awkward for Viper.
It seems usually you are a bit more polite than me, and I'm a bit more straight. Can we check Viper TC? I'm gonna tell you what I think about his spot. It's crap. I mean, it's total crap.
Yeah,
you look
he
at the
could take one shorefish
in front, then the berries, and check around.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not great.
His Civ is insane though. Like his Civ is potentially busted, right? He can't do that. But he also is going to have 3 more vills. He's got cheaper techs. And so this is, in my opinion, the much better Civ matchup. Yeah. The nice thing for Liereyy is he's got a Civ with a perfect game plan. They've one of the best aggressive Civs in Feudal. Both players know what's going to happen. Just get some scouts on the field and try and send the pressure over to Viper.
Yeah, because now the Viper will have to go probably to the north to make a mill. Well, he got a mill in the middle of the map in a spot that he wished that Liereyy is not going to find it.
Yes.
Because it's not too far from his TC, you know. But probably Liereyy is going to think, nah, Viper is not going to be here. That can happen as well.
Can we see their scouting, possibly? Yeah. Because they're going to be scouting with sheep. It looks like Viper lost some sheep where Lierey's TC is. Yeah. So he should have an idea. And then Liereyy, maybe he lost 1 next to the berries there. Yeah. So I think Liereyy has an idea Viper's over there. Good scouting from both of them. They'll scout all over the map. It kind of looks like an ant farm as you look at the mini-map there with all the sheep moving around. But, yeah, I expect scouts from both. Viper's got a bit of work to do to wall up, though, to protect his eco lead.
He has to wall a little bit for sure. We are checking all those those, well, the position now in a nomadic map like this, when you don't have a starting TC, it's so important, the position. A bit of luck involved in those one. Because
Yes.
you cannot really explore in the start. You need to make
Yes.
the TC as quick as possible, or you fall behind.
Yeah, and there's a lot of variance. I personally really like a bit of variance in how a map gen can be, but this can be tough if getting a perfect mill on 6 shorefish can make the difference between like 3, you know. Overall, Reds collected ahead for Chinese to be expected. They'll have very similar uptimes, and the Chinese players ahead of Vild. Like this Civ is either pick first or ban. No in between. It's that strong on this
Yeah,
map.
we need to check if both has the loom. I believe that Liereyy doesn't have the loom. I guess that Liereyy doesn't have the loom. He does have the loom. That's why the difference in population is just only 1. It doesn't make sense that it's up that quick, so it has to,
But like,
to avoid the loom.
but if you don't kill, even if you kill 3 villagers here, you're still behind in res collected
Yeah.
because the Chinese have had the villagers for so much
From
longer.
the start. From the
So
start.
you're under a lot of pressure right now if you're Liereyy.
Okay, let's see what is going to happen. I believe obviously it's going to be the Barak and the stable. It has to be the stable because there's also not gold. You're not going to go skirmishes in a map like this, even less against the Magyar Scout. Cheaper Scout, forging for free. I mean, and in the long run, China or Magyars with the mobility in this map.
I think I
Well, countless
prefer
out there.
Chinese
Yeah.
unless the Magyar player can get a lot of cav archers. But
Yeah,
notice
you need to
Viper.
be very aggressive in feudal. You need to be.
Yeah,
If
notice
not-
Viper's got 2 of his vills in the middle. So those vills, not walled in, could be found at one point. That would have been from the start, by the way. It's not like Viper just wandered out there, but at the start, he would have built the TC with some of his vills and then put those 2 on food.
Oh, need to find those 3 sheep. Well, he can take now. He's doing the stable. He's a wall a little bit. He's doing now the loom, a spear just to explore, and then he will do scout. Both has a lot of resources because this map, it has a lot of resources, Tristan.
Yeah,
So
it's everywhere.
It's everywhere, so it's gonna be fine. It's gonna find.
Interesting enough, it kind of feels like most of the stone is towards the middle. It's hard to tell, but as I just look at the mini map, and I'm old, my eyes suck.
No,
but
there's many in the middle. There's many. Not
Okay.
all, but there's many.
yeah. It's just like so at Castle Age control could maybe control a decent amount of the stones. That's my point there, but yeah, we'll see.
Even more if you're going to be China, you're going to have a castle at some point with the Chukunus. The scouts are coming. It's the first one already outside. Now, multitasking is going to be very important, but what Viper needs to do with this civilization is to wall. He has to be safe, and if
Yep.
he keep doing the same amount of army that his opponent, you're always ahead
Yep.
with China. So he needs to really play safe to wall. Oh, he was running.
That's a Viper will actually take that trade. He finds out where Lierey's TC is, and he gets a hit on the scout. I think he'd be happy with that. But yeah, Lierey's going for the big walls here, which isn't something that Viper is maybe expecting, just because the Magyars are typically all in. But
I'm surprised about those walls, actually.
yeah,
I mean, wall, yes, but with houses slowly. But he's walling quick, really quick here when you're going to have the early advantage.
yeah. I mean, but on other maps, you don't want to wall this much because you can't produce scouts and have 4 villagers walling. On this map, you could still produce the scouts and wall, so I don't mind it. He still has the map control. He did lose his scout, unfortunately, but
And didn't make any upgrade. Well, the Viper has already done it. That's horse collar quite early for
Oh,
what
wow.
is this map, you
Yeah.
know? But he might feel like, I don't have a lot of shortfish.
that's actually
feel-
crazy. Okay, so I take back what I said. Clearly, with all the focus on walling and also the scouts, he hasn't been able to get eco upgrades.
He didn't make the eco upgrades at all. You know,
Or
now
the
he's gonna
scouts.
wall.
Viper will never lose a villager there,
It's so close to the
but he
TC.
should see the scouts are there at least. And now Liereyy is trying to
Gonna
get his
break.
walls down, and the scouts are going to go through. Liereyy gets a palisade, but now his scouts are getting hit by the spear. So a nice shot from Viper to poke and prod on these walls. He won't get through.
And we
And-
can see everything with this feature, with the peep here.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's really, really nice. Hopefully you guys enjoy with this because the production is in another level. In this case, we have to give the credit to our observer because the observer is doing all of those.
You know what my
Oh,
favorite
it's
favorite
amazing.
thing about this new feature is?
Tell me.
I could be like vodka. Show us both scouts group at once, please. What do we have? Yeah!
There you go. There you go.
I feel like God. Like I can just control them all.
Without moving anything
It's
at
so
all, right?
funny. Remember earlier, you were casting Hart versus Liereyy the other day, and Liereyy was Portuguese in the bypass game, and we're sitting on the couch over there, and Dave goes, is that a Factoria? And it was a Siege Workshop. And because Vodka heard it through his headphones, he checked the back of the map randomly for you guys. He's like locked in to always look for what we're talking about, even if we're not casting. It's so funny.
They laid it down. What I have noticed also is that you always watch the bypass games, man. You're a clown.
I love bypass.
Clown.
Yeah.
Okay, Scouts is now chasing Scouts from the Viper going behind Lierey's Scouts. He took a village, so now the difference with the economy is a little bit less. It's still 2 villages. Resources collected, 1K more from China. 1K more, but this is all this walling.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
this
it's part of
walling
it.
he's taking have to be part of it because 1K is starting to be a lot. And you can see how the Viper has resources to go up. And in this kind of situation, if you are going to be able to go up that quick, make the 2 extra TCs and keep going with army, Viper is in a very good position to force game number 5.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this really wasn't what I was expecting from the Magars. What I thought we would see was fast scouts, fast archer switch, heavy spearman play, but he's given Viper a little bit of time, and Viper's used that time. Viper's only lost 1 vill, and he's managed his eco perfectly with upgrades that Lierey's been missing out on. And Viper's on the way to Castle Age,
And
man.
with more army.
Yeah.
Which is the part that is impressive as well. Well, China is really good in this regard. You know, the economy they get, and also in this map probably even more, you know, because you make the TC, you get the 3 villas instant, you get the short phase. You barely get idle TCs. You can see 13 seconds, and maybe it wasn't even in the start. Maybe it has been during this transition. Bloodlines incoming. Cav archers with Chinese is going to be
Okay.
double archery range. If he's doing the bloodlines, he has to be Cav archer, right?
I think the only thing that Liereyy wins this game with is Cav Archers himself. So Viper's like, even if my Cav Archers don't mass quite as fast or maybe aren't quite as good long term, they're still good.
Yep.
And I'm going to have a nice eco lead. So Viper's probably thinking ahead here. Also doesn't feel very natural to go skirms because they're quite slow. The map is open. So yeah, it's going to be Cav Archers from both.
And you can always put there a couple of camels also to go with the Cav archers, right?
Or just go 3 range, right? And say,
Whoa.
okay, I've got more eco to spend, so I'll just make more, right? So I think it's a good approach there from Viper. And he's doing this blindly, but he's also thinking, what would I do in his position? I've only killed 1 vill. I've got to go all in Cav archers. So
I
Viper
mean, it's
knows.
blindly, but in quotes, because in theory, like, what he's going to do with Backyards? He's going to go knights against
camels.
China? Doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense, right? In
Yeah.
this position that you can make even monks. The scouts are coming. He's trying well, it's forcing him to spend more resources. And going back, now fletching already coming. He need to do gold mine and arbiter. I think he didn't make it. I think he need that arbiter because if he's going 3 archery ranges and he has only 7 on gold, it feels too low for me.
Listen, I don't want to be, shall we say, a hype killer, but this is over. If Viper is
Definitely,
playing,
you are not a hype killer. Oh, man.
I mean, I'm gonna blame you for rubbing off on me after the he's dead or whatever you said.
He
But-
quit.
Yeah, he quit. Yeah.
Right? Okay.
But like, Viper is in full control here. He's killed all those scouts. He's got the Chinese eco. He's got 3 range here. Leary's got to drop a tower, so Liereyy can never get the second TC. Vodka finds a couple idols, so he's finding some weaknesses in Viper's play. But there's just not much that could really go wrong for Viper here. I'm gonna be real with you.
Look what he's doing now. With only 1-2 villages doing the extra tone center, he's trying to push. He's being aggressive. You know, he's being really aggressive. He has no army, Liereyy. Look at the KD, 10-3. He's now doing the houses. Okay. Do you think he should make some siege? Because right now, he does have a stone to make extra TCs.
Yeah.
So you see that he's doing this amount of army. Maybe only the cavalries for Liereyy is not enough. Look at his face. Liereyy is like, this is not working. It's not going the way I want it. But that's probably his, in quote, his fault in the sense that he was wondering, he was walling a lot, sorry.
Yeah.
Start. Well, he should go all in, probably.
I agree. I mean, at this point, time
How
has
to go?
passed. You can't change anything, and he's just being outproduced here. The answer's 3 range, get more upgrades, and hope the Viper overbooms. But Viper has calculated it perfectly. He's got his numbers out. He's got his Lycav in front of his CA, and the first time Liereyy tries to leave his base with the Cav archers, Viper's immediately right on top of him here.
So what we can analyze here, and we see it here, is that since both players are playing really good level, the city is crucial here.
Yeah, it's a really good, really big.
Crucial.
If we get
So
to game
big.
5, if we do, which are very good odds because Viper's chasing these Cav archers down, I think that this game 5 is going to have massive implications in what happens this week, man.
Yeah. Let's see what's going to happen because we have now some light as the cavalries are there. Military numbers is getting closer. All that we said, and check the population. The KD is not that crazy anymore. He did husband, he has the Botkin. Both has the same average, but the Viper has Wheelbarrow, which is a important advantage here, you know, but numbers is still ahead. Well, Liereyy need to rate.
Yeah, he needs to get some
raid.
damage. The only thing about Viper's play that you could maybe criticize is with all this time, all this control, he has not full walled, right? He's got an area of his base which is open there, and that is a really risky area of the map right now. Let's see if he's tracking Liereyy, though. I think he sees Lierey's Cav Archers. Yeah, so he'll know his villagers can move over to that side now.
Well, for now, he's going back. He see all... Ooh, ballistic.
Where is he going?
Ballistic.
What is he going to chop? Is he going to build a dock? Is he going to chop a tree? What's...
Yeah, I mean...
Liereyy just saw those bills. Lierey's like,
He's going to lose them all. I think he's a misclick. 100%. For some reason, he sent it there. Well, the Cav Archers are coming. He's not going to lose them. He's going to lose maybe 1 or 2 because the other Cav Archers are there. And Ballistic is going to be there in 20 seconds. Yeah, he lost only 1.
Okay.
Lost only 1. He want to make a town center there. No, he's going... I think he misclicked. Look at TC he's doing just at the back.
Yeah, yeah. I
just
think
a misclick, man.
Yeah, I mean, Viper just reminding us all that he is actually human. So very humble of him to do that. Third TC's in a really good spot.
Yeah.
And he has ballistics now. So any CA fight, Viper's CA will be superior. But again, he's just chilling right now. Like he feels as though he's going to have this marginal eco lead. The eco lead is actually significantly bigger than what is showing right now. But that might change. Lierey's going to be here. So Viper loses a couple villagers a little sloppily here over the last minute or two.
Yeah. Well, Ballistic also for Liereyy. He lost those villages that he should have wall. Still with the Cav Archers, you have the range as well. He's doing another Archie range. Resources is 2,000 more. You know, it's 2,000 more collected.
It's crazy.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
But they don't have a lot of farms, both of them, a lot of villages on food. But they are not using it. Like they are doing Cav Archers, so only doing villages for now. And Idle TC is still very low, so they're playing both good. The population is still close, and a bad battle is going to snowball big time. But a bad battle here at this level, it shouldn't happen.
Yep.
Look, both are dodging there.
Yep, they're just going to grab some units in front and just click back and forth, and then the players will try and micro the units behind. But Viper's got the numbers, Viper's got the momentum, as you would say, Mem. And Lierey's just been forced back. Even in that moment, to garrison 5 vills, to pull 7 or 8 vills off of gold, when you're behind, you just can't accept that. And Viper slowly growing in his lead. It's 3 TCs versus 1. I keep waiting for it, but Viper's going to have a 15 or 20 villager lead soon.
Yeah, well, it has already basically 11. You have 8 villages more, 9 more, and plus wheelbarrow, so it's 12 already. He's doing the second town center, so he's basically there. Now he's trying to break in, but he can't because Liereyy has some army here to counter. But he's countering, he's at the limit, he's at the very limit. He's going to have the +2 armor. He's doing the gold upgrade as well, the Viper. He has everything already. He's missing handcart, and he's ready to rumble.
Did he get thumb ring? Are they both on thumb ring right now?
No thumb ring. No thumb ring.
So that's a pretty big one in a Cav Archer war. That can definitely swing fights. But Viper, that 10 villager lead with the 3 TC, second TC just now coming up for Liereyy. He's going to lose another vill, and he can't, unfortunately, he can't go attack Viper right now. This is too threatening. He has to defend himself.
Yeah, it's still growing the difference. You can see how he's doubled the villages on foot, which matters a lot because he's going to give you a lot faster Imperial time. He's trying to micro here Liereyy. He's doing a good job. We'll know how good he is with that. And that is the first time in the game that he can match the numbers. So now what you do? You keep defending or you now try to make some damage because he is still... need to do some damage.
Well, if you could like wall up where Viper can't break you, you could go to his base right away. But he just hasn't been able to find that opportunity yet. Viper's done a good job. He can tell that it's enough that Lierey's going to have to stick around. The way Viper loses this game is if he just gets completely outmassed. So he's getting a couple pickoffs here, but this really does come down to maybe the Magyar production gives you an advantage. What is it, 20% faster creating Cav Archers?
Yeah.
I think, out of the ranges. So that's something Chinese does not have.
Well, but I think the Viper, I don't know, but I think he has 4 archer ranges. He did a 4th one or maybe even a 5th one, so he's going to have the production. You can see he's producing with 6.
5 now.
He has 5 already.
Wow.
He has a lot of Cav Archers coming, a lot of archer ranges. He's having good numbers. But Liereyy here, just with the timer, he's taking a lot. You were talking about this, and he's taking absolutely everything. The numbers are going down, and now Liereyy to go forward.
Yeah.
Right away.
Just send it, Liereyy. I mean, Viper got caught out there. Little surprised he stood around in that engagement. I thought he would maybe back away, but he's relying on that time to produce back at home. There's the Siege Workshop from Liereyy. Lierey's 25 bills behind, but he's maybe got a chance here.
Well, it's still not a big difference because he has 6 archery ranges now. He's still producing completely. It's so difficult. I wouldn't be even surprised that the Viper is going to go at some point to also some skirmishes at the same, combined with them. But he still have a good amount of army. I think the siege is needed also for the Viper now.
5 ranges is pretty nuts. To lose that fight that badly and then be like right up to your opponent's numbers again is so uncommon. Like that just does not really happen. Normally a fight like that changes the game immediately, but look at all the numbers from Viper. Look at the dancing from Viper. Yeah, Viper's going to be fine.
Yeah, 6 now.
Yeah.
6 archery ranges. He did another one. It's crazy. It's really crazy. He's fine. I mean, like, this is the thing. It's 5k resources collected more, so his economy, even if you lose those units, you can replace them immediately. And this is what is happening. And still have a good economy going. It's still all the time, Tristan, more than double the food income. Just look, 30 now, 12, heavy plow now, which it wasn't needed, will borrow for a really long time. It's coming in Scorpion now.
Viper says, who has more numbers now, bud? It's like, I've got the numbers, and Viper's going to take this fight. One Scorpion's not going to have that big of an effect here.
Even less with the upgrades and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So Viper's going to be happy with this. I'm sure he's been happy with his eco this whole game. It ends up being pretty even in the end. It's kind of hard to see how many Liereyy lost because they were all standing on this right where the units are standing right now. But
Liereyy find a way to never lose in these micro stands.
Yeah, it's impressive.
I don't know how he's doing it. Obviously, the economy is still a massive advantage, but Liereyy is floating 500 stone. He has
I feel like
okay, man, has to happen.
Do you ever like watch a show, okay? And it starts off good, but then by like the 3rd episode, you could tell who's gonna what's gonna happen in the show.
Who's
but
the
they just keep teasing you for the whole season until inevitably you're like, okay, I gotta find out. And then you watch the whole thing, waste your whole month.
You're talking about the show. You're talking about the show or teasing, or you're
like a
talking
TV
about
show.
Yourself?
But then, but listen, then you finally finish the show and you're like, I freaking knew how that was gonna end. Why did I watch it? Now I'm not saying don't click away, people. Don't click away. This is Age of Empires. But, like, I feel like that's what this game is. I'm just waiting for Viper to clean it up, win the game, and then we go to game number 5. But we just keep getting teased because Liereyy refuses to quit here.
Yeah, and that maybe can change the tease into a real alternative final with a castle forward. The problem is that the Viper has, again, 10 military more.
Yeah.
He has unlimited economy.
It's
unlimited economy.
It's insane.
Well, the only way, Liereyy, maybe going up faster to Imp because the cab archers from backyards are a lot better.
Yeah.
If he can do it, be careful with that because you might not need economy like if you are going to make elephants to make all those upgrades.
I think Viper's still so confident that he just feels like, I can't ever lose this game. But this is another situation where Viper's made some units in Castle and then, stopped, right? So kind of like the Huskarl game. He's going to click up faster. He's going to have a +2 armored light cab in front. He's going to pressure Liereyy. Liereyy needs some form of defense here, or Viper's going to break through, and Viper's going to be very happy with that engagement. 8 villagers down. Viper will click up, and Liereyy still can't fight this.
Yeah, Liereyy is clicking up to Imperial, but it's almost, 60 population more. It's close to 50 villages more, with also more armies, doing the castle in the north as far as possible to don't lose it, because if you do it here, you might lose it probably with cab archers or whatever. And Tristan, people in the stream, Noble's apartment cap, we're going to have between those 2 monsters game number 5. It'll lose like a game number 5 is going to happen, and that could be the best that we could expect with this series, honestly.
And, I mean, just think about it. With this level, one of these 2 epic players is going to be 1-1 after the second day, right? Like, you go into day 3, you look at Viper and Liereyy, say they're 1-1 in sets, you're like, what in the world? It'd be unexpected, but obviously with the way the format plays out, winners play winners come day 2, so...
And it's tricky also because none of them has won a 3-0. Because the Viper won 3-1 to Doubt. Then 3-1 also Liereyy to Heart.
Yeah.
And this is going to be 2-3-3-2. So, and this is 6 spots.
Yeah.
People might be thinking, oh, well, we know this format, 10 players, 8 advanced. Wrong.
6.
Only 6 this time.
Yep.
4 players, 40% of the players, going to be eliminated in the group stage. And that's a lot.
There's players right now who are already like, am I done? Like, players who are 0-2 are really going to have to fight back over the next 3 days to keep themselves alive. So, again, full credit to Liereyy here. He's thinking Imperial Age with Magyars is going to make a difference. He is, unfortunately, 60 villagers behind. and he's also 20 cav archers behind. So Chinese cav archers, they might not be as crazy as the Magyars, but they're still really strong. And numbers and economy should make all the difference here. Viper's got 100 more population.
And the biggest problem is not only that. You're going to be an Imperial. Yes, you're going to make +3. All right. But you're not going to have recure both. You're not going to have heavy cav archers. You're not going to have the Magyars upgrades that make these units a lot better. And now the Viper will do all the upgrades as well. Well, he's doing nothing. It's on the way to the game number 5, which is absolutely amazing. Not too happy there, Liereyy, but to be honest, losing against China in that map, it shouldn't be too unhappy. It can happen.
I agree. I mean, I think in some ways the approach was really weird because everyone knew, our Twitch chat's mothers knew that Chinese are way better there. So, like, you gotta, I really don't think that the full wall approach was great. I would have liked to see him make it messier and then to lose a 20-minute game, if he doesn't get the damage. But ultimately, from the draft, you would have looked at that and said, okay, I lose against Chinese. I got to win the others. And he's done a good job at that. He's got 2 wins under his belt here. Let's not forget, Liereyy probably could have won game 2. Yep. This could have been over, right?
Yeah.
So he's maybe been the slightly better player in the series, in theory. But it really comes down to what's the strats or like, what's the civs like in the next game. Game number 5. And I actually, do you remember?
High tides.
High tides.
Okay. It's going to be a good one. Remember, it's the one with water in the north. There's also a lot of gold and stone at the bottom. That was a crazy game there, if I'm not mistaken, with Mr. Johan Hart.
That game was so sick,
Was sick. So let's see what is going to happen. But for now, small commercial, and we're back.
And now, a word from our partners.
Eek! A mouse! A mouse!
What is it, dear? Why you rage? Oh, honey. That's no ordinary mouse. It's the Reaper 250. With this mouse in your household, you never have to be scared again.
Yes, the Reaper 250, featuring DPI control, advanced ergonomics, RGB lighting, and customizable buttons, is the perfect addition to every competitive household. Why Rage? It's all good. Get yours on Mueller.de.
Game 5 will happen in a moment. And in that one, I tried to remember what civilizations they had. I think there was Japanese.
Japanese, Lithuanians is probably my expectation, but we've got some others. They'll make us look smart, and we'll totally remember it as they will put it in front of us. And, exactly what I thought, Mem. We've got the Japanese and the Romans there for Viper. We've got the Lithuanians and the Berbers there for Liereyy. I could see strong arguments for both of these civs on either side. I think they all have fun bonuses. I think Japanese feels like the more natural play.
But Romans, be careful with them.
But Romans can be really good, too.
I wouldn't mind to see them, honestly, because the good thing with Romans is that you lose the water. Okay, I have Romans economy. With Japan, you lose the water, then you don't have anything else. You don't have that like a second option, right? So, I don't know. But we're going to find out in a moment. And it is Japanese and Lithuanians. It is Japanese and Lithuanians. It's what we were expecting. And this is game number 5, guys. The Viper and Liereyy in this Day 2 Nobles Apartment Cap here in Berlin. We are with me, is T90. This is Meb. And we're going to see if he's going to find the villager at his wall.
Yeah, Viper went out really early here to dock. And so he's gotten his dock up. He did also get housed, actually. So when you go for a dock this fast with Japanese, you're probably cutting a couple corners here. So that actually was going to set him down a Vil, which is a little sloppy from Viper. In the end, he's going to be fine here. They have the potential to contest the water in the north, Memb. That's a big talking point. But then it's just this fun balance, right? Because if you invest too much water into the north, then you could just completely lose land. You need to have both.
Yeah. I'm thinking why the Viper has one villager less.
Because he had to get Loom. He had to get Loom.
Okay.
Yeah. So he got pop capped and so.
Okay. Well, that's too early, but well, it should be okay. And he's gonna have the fish now.
Got the fish faster. It kind of evens out in the end.
Okay.
But scouting is the most important thing here, in my opinion. You need to have the scout active to scout the shoreline.
Don't need the TC again.
And don't need the TC again. And you need to see, is it 2 docks? or is it barracks opening? So keep an eye on those scouts. I think if you get a little too greedy, push one too many deer here, you're going to be punished.
Yes, and there is not too much happening. Vodka or Beautiful of Sever, can we check the south area so they can see exactly what is there for the later game? There's a lot of resources, you know.
Yeah.
It's really a lot of resources. I think some versions of this map got fish here, a lot
there's
more
fish,
than this that.
and there's also hunt.
There's still some, and there's a lot of hunt. So this, for the later game, can be very important. But now the focus is going to be in the north, because there's the 2 dogs that we can see here. They will fight for some water. And you expect Lithuanians to be a lot quicker to be up, and this is exactly what is happening, Tristan.
Yeah, Viper still hasn't clicked. This is a crazy build here from Liereyy, actually. Goes for 2 fishing ships, and he's up. And Viper, this is going to be more of a standard time, but it feels like super late, honestly, compared to what Lierey's doing here. Over a minute faster here for Liereyy. Wow.
I mean, it's 20 villages, like that nowadays 20 is slow.
Yeah.
Right? But still, it's going to make second dog. Well, you can make second dog. Better economy is going to wall. He need to wall the Viper. The Viper need to...
I like how Liereyy pre-placed a gate before he knew if Viper had anything there.
It's crazy, man.
Oh, Viper, I think he's always going to be able to get his second dock up here. And his villager might need to escape, though. That villager is going to be walled in, most likely.
Yeah.
Because if he runs, he dies to the scout. And Liereyy should wall that in.
I think he will wall now that he's doing the second dog. Romantic dogs, I will call this, because, man, what is this? So close here. So close. We might see so many galleys. But the time up is 1 minute.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
big advantage here.
If Viper wasn't Japanese, he's completely dead on water. But he's Japanese, so you could probably run around with those fishing ships and have a little bit of time to recover here. But let's see. I mean, Liereyy has really streamlined this build to win water. He doesn't have the res to add the barracks or do anything else. Viper's resources collected because he's had more workers, because he didn't rush up. He's collected more. He's got more to work with, and he also has saved more on the lumber camps and the mining camps.
Then I wouldn't be surprised that he's going to be able to match up the numbers with the galleys, because Lierey's at the limit. I mean, he's creating. He has 2 already there. He needs to move that fishing ship. That he's going to take a little bit longer to go. But he's doing the palisade to save
That's funny.
And now he forced him to delete.
Yeah.
If you want to kill it, he's going to maybe send the
Liereyy,
scout, but he's
Liereyy,
gonna
just
wall.
leave the villain there. Don't even try and delete an attack. Trust me.
Okay. But it's still no galleys out there for the Viper. This is a problem. What happened? They doing me so well. The house it.
Yeah,
The house
getting
it,
house
I mean,
could have hurt a little bit.
It hurt him a little bit here. He's gonna wall again. Let's see now. Let's see now. If he's gonna delete and then
The second Liereyy deleted, Viper got the wall, and now
No,
Viper's
no.
villa's free.
if he said this, the one that they squid in his
No,
face.
that's
you know?
a dead build. That's
I
a
mean,
dead build. Even for Viper,
man.
that's a dead build. Lierey's too experienced. He knows that he can't allow it. And nice job here from Liereyy. He does, even against the Japanese fish, get the kills. So he is going to have all the kills on water pretty much and killing that villager. That's a dream start.
It's very good, definitely. I mean, so smooth. Like, I mean, he has been playing this smooth from the start in all the games, like except in the previous one because of the save. Let's go.
But Liereyy literally just goes, okay, I'm already ahead on water. What's Viper going to do? He's going to go land. And now he's going to verify this with his scout. So he adds the barracks at the perfect time. He verifies this at the perfect time. Viper's going to want to kill Lierey's fish. So we'll see if Viper can do that. But I'm really impressed with Lierey's opening so far.
I think Viper eventually will do it because he keeps creating more galleys. The thing is, if he's getting the water, I think he might go back to make some fishing ships. I think the Viper might be still okay. At this point, it's still okay.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's the big thing now is, are they adding farms? What's the land army going to be? It's so open, right? It's so difficult to fully wall this base. So all's easier said than done from here, but a very even game if Viper is able to kill these two fish out here. But for now, Liereyy still got them, and Liereyy sees Viper coming out, and that demo from Viper doesn't really accomplish much.
Not too much, but he's having an older. He needs to go to the left. He's going to take now one galley. I think that demo is trying to find more damage. If he's not finding, there's another demo also for Liereyy. More Navy now for the Viper. He needs to really be on point here. He don't want to take that demo down. I think this is good for the, for the Viper.
Yeah,
It's
that
good for
was
the
really
Viper.
nice, actually.
Yeah.
That demo was pretty far away when it landed, and now the demo from Viper, I mean, it helps.
It has to be like this.
And Viper's going to end up killing the fish, which is what he wanted.
Yeah, he's taking the fish, he's taking the score lead right now. Look at the population for the Viper. But on the land, I believe that the Viper doesn't have yet any archer range. It doesn't, while Liereyy has already archers coming.
Well, Viper Scout, then I assume scouted the range? Like, he's checked this, right? He's double-checked to see the
Nope.
Oh.
It's going now.
Where is that scout for Viper? What's he doing right now?
Not in his base.
Just been chilling out?
Yeah.
That's surprising. I mean, you'd think Lierey's already confirmed everything. Liereyy should know that if Viper doesn't have the range, he could actually move out right now.
Yeah. Yeah, but the water, and he's already doing more fish. Now the Viper has one fishing ship there. He's gonna take the docks. How many galleys for Liereyy? Only 2. Yeah, but this is so hard. You can see how he was behind, and then he's still taking the water back.
Isn't it so cool, though, how Liereyy, okay, looks like he lost the villager there. Well played, Viper. But isn't it cool how he correctly assessed every situation so far? He knew what Viper's opening was going to be. He now knows that he can actually move forward. It's Viper who's having to respond and panic up a range. He's building that with like 4 villagers right now. And Lierey's going to have fletching. So, like, a couple archers and skirms with a scout, this is going to push Viper off. Viper is not in a situation to wall here. This does not suit the situation.
No. He's coming now with more. He need to go back. He need a couple of skims there. He has only 1 and not with fletching, so it's not an oath. And this is the position that usually Liereyy likes.
Yes.
To be aggressive, coming aggro. I wouldn't be surprised that he's even going to make a second archery range at some point, because if he's doing this, it's going to be really tricky. Not even Blasmith, he's doing now. Oh, man.
You know what's so nice for Liereyy is he doesn't have to even have the pressure of going back on water now. I'm completely fine if he gives up on it, because he already killed fish. If Viper re-adds them, that'll pay off in the long run, but this is really good. Liereyy can take his berries, Viper cannot. And all that Navy for Viper is just protecting 1 fishing ship right now. That's not enough. Now, Viper will have a range out. He didn't lose anything yet. This is still a pretty small army from Liereyy. But when you see Liereyy forcing Viper off of berries, forcing Viper off the deer, forcing Viper off the gold, this is huge damage.
Yeah, now my question is to you, Tristan. What is he going to do, Liereyy? He's going to keep going with Feudal? He's going to add the Scout because he's going mostly skirmishes and his opponent is going to be skirmishes as well, like more Feudal, or will try to go Castle since he's already floating quite a lot of gold?
Yeah, I think Castle Age makes sense unless you really feel like you're not already ahead here. You could try and get further ahead with Scouts, but then we've seen players overinvest and then delay their Castle Age. So the farming eco looks pretty good for Liereyy. Again, he's going to lose water there, but that's all kind of expected. Viper's eco's a nightmare. He's got the market.
What eco? What
but
economy?
Did you see, he just had 10 vills on 1 straggler tree.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not looking good.
Just check. Now Novel is on gold. He has 9 on foot only, 18 for Liereyy, and he keep going with those archers and skirmishes. Remember, guys, that the skirmishes from Lithuanians are also faster. So he's micro and being faster.
Yeah.
Very difficult to catch up.
Yeah,
those.
this is just, I know we hadn't seen the kills yet, but it was always going to come because Liereyy has those numbers. Liereyy has the micro. His starting scout's getting some nice hits on the skirms, and this is just so frustrating for Viper, who just wants a little bit of time to breathe, but Liereyy is just not giving him the time, Memb. And the archers are still alive.
Ooh, well, he's having all the military Liereyy here, and now the Viper only 2 skirmishes. The army numbers that you see on Capture, it's the boats, it's the galleys. They are useless right now. It's taking more and more. Look at the KD right now, 69. He's not taking the list, but Liereyy, it's on the way to Castle. It's impressive macro again.
It's a perfect game, but it's not just the macro.
Yeah.
It's the vision on every single aspect of the game. A blunder from Viper to just not be active enough on a map where, of course, there's a million things to do to know the range timing from Liereyy. Lierey's, ever since he had the range timing, ever since he scouted that Viper didn't have it, he's known what to do, and I don't know if Viper's going to be able to recover from this one.
And he didn't even overinvest on water. When he lost water, he
was
went
perfect.
directly to the land to counter here and attack, not trying to put any more resources there. And he has only 5 on gold. So it's not like 20 values on gold. I'm using the market. No. He's have now good food, good gold, because with 18
Look at this micro. This micro is insane. He's got 2 separate groups right now. Like that one archer, okay, now he goes down, but he's just gotten crazy value on the other side. If he just keeps Viper open and adds 2 knights, Viper's completely toast. Like, Viper has had to do everything he can simply to survive by adding skirms. So Lierey's going to be in Castle Age, like 4 minutes faster.
So population and score is right now lying. For those people that is watching the game and they are not used and they are casual viewers, let's say, you might say, no, he's fine. It's 47 population, 56. But look at Viper. It's far from going up to Castle Age. And as you mentioned, if it was wall, okay, it's fully open.
Yeah, I mean, when you're late on skirms and you lose your initial numbers, you then are unfortunately in this situation where you then need to spend more food on skirms and more upgrades. And so that's what's happened here for Viper. Res Collected's pretty close, right? It's not like there's been a massive difference there, but it's been the timing of what's been spent. It's been the value. And as we see Bod Canero now on the way from Liereyy, he's also going to go for a knight here. And Viper still has not clicked up to Castle Age.
And he's not clicking. I mean, and he's not clicking, and now he has towers. It's the good thing. He has towers, but the problem is Botkin is going to be there, skirmishes. The problem is the Knights.
Yep.
The Knights are not going to stop, not being stopped by the towers. I mean, he has only +1, no bloodline, so eventually he can do something, and he's doing towers all over. Well, why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's the best play from this situation, absolutely. You have to defend your resources with the towers, and you just have to use the market, I think, to try and click up. If he holds, if Liereyy doesn't get good value with this next wave of army, Viper will have the fish boom with Japanese in the north. He's got nice control there to work with, but Lierey's on the second TC already.
Yeah, you always catch up. Having the TCs faster, you know, is better. But, well, it's efficiency for Japan. Population is still solid for the Viper, and he's about to go up to Castle Age.
Yep.
Oh, man, this series...
it's been a great series. I just...
Great series, man.
Listen,
really,
man,
good play. Good play.
Obviously, every time someone wins, they're like the better player, the better play is being rewarded. So I don't want to imply that doesn't happen. But this is a great example. This game is how, like, the perfect play was rewarded. I just can't get over how quick Liereyy was to every decision and how rattled Viper looked, how surprised Viper looked. It really goes back to how tough this map is and how amazing Lierey's multitasking is.
Yeah, and then we will answer to them or to whether he's going to be the winner. I feel shaky.
Yeah.
I could play better.
Yeah,
and then we would say, what happened? What happened
Lierey's playing a
here?"
perfect series.
Yeah, man. Anyway, the Knights are there. Skirmishes are coming. There's so many towers. Imagine now those towers with ballistic.
Yeah.
Then he cannot get any damage at all. Obviously, it's a big investment.
Look at the worker efficiency last minute stat, bottom right. That's just the last minute. 59% there for Viper. That's been above 70% there for Liereyy for a very long time.
Double is stable.
Viper's got a fish boom, right? Remember how inevitable it felt that Liereyy was going to outboom Viper in the Tidepool game?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden Viper held on and Viper just ended up winning, right? Maybe it happens again here.
Let's see.
Because the towers haven't necessarily... The towers have helped Viper big time. And Viper's not broken yet.
No, it's definitely not broken. He's trying to go back to water because he knows that he might have some on water, but Viper is spotted. He doesn't... Well, he has to avoid that he's going to water, that for sure. Another Viper will have double stable doing the monastery. What he should do Viper as well? He has 2 TCs, sorry, 2 stables, monastery, or also adding town centers because you need to make some economy. Otherwise,
well, I think Viper's going to feel as though he needs to get some map control to stop those relics from coming in. So I like Cav. And then I think maybe he probably adapts from there. He drops the second TC. Wow, this game is still close? Man, the Japanese fish have just been cooking there for Viper, I guess.
Yeah, the Viper has more resources collected in total than Liereyy.
How? This looks so bad.
62 villages, 48, 14 villages more, but the fish is there.
Yeah.
And how Liereyy is reading now the game? Double monastery.
Yeah.
Double monastery, and the Viper is not doing light caps. He's doing knights. Full knights here, but double monastery. One is stable for Liereyy.
Viper
need to hold and do army.
So for as critical, right, as I was about that surprise earlier in Feudal, Viper just saw the monasteries, stops at 2 knights. He's like, nope, we're not going double knights into 2 monasteries.
And now light caps.
Yeah, and now light cap upgrades coming in. So now Viper's going to act perfectly on that. You know, with some players, I wonder, are they going to really utilize the potential of the fish boom and put those fishing ships on fish traps? With Viper, he might even add more fishing ships to add more fish traps. He loves the fish traps, so that could still get much better for him.
But he really needs to be careful because if he do that and then he lose them, so he can't let Liereyy to be there. That being said, population is starting to explode for Liereyy, Tristan. 21 villages more is still quite a lot. Resources collected now, it's even. Very soon Liereyy is going to be ahead in that regard. And the question is, you got light caps 2 knights, and he's started to do more monks. What can do here Viper to make damage to Liereyy here?
He can. He really can't right now, but it could go late. And if it goes late, I like Japanese against Lithuanians in some ways. I think they're a little bit worse, maybe. But Cav Archer, Haub, has traditionally been pretty good against civs that could go for heavy knights at least, which is what Lithuanians would do.
With those towers at home, you make Yasama tower.
Yeah, the towers too.
You're safe completely. It's true that there's bomber cannons. Well, no bomber cannons for Japanese. But I feel there should be some big battle in Castle. He's doing now the husbandry.
I don't know, dude.
Battle.
That's a lot of light cav, Liereyy. That's a lot of light cav. Get back, get back, get back, get back, get back, get back. What are you doing?
Well,
he's blocking.
He's blocking with the knights. He's blocking with the knights, but they're still going to kill the monks. He's trying to kill
Oh
as
my
fast as
God.
he can. He blocked it. He blocked it. They're going to take another. Well, he still lost 2-3, and now he's doing a castle. he feels that he's really ahead economically, and he wants to go for the Imperial.
Yeah, I mean, I could see why a lot of people would think that's really good for Liereyy, but at the end of the day, he did just lose monks, and he only converted light cav.
Yeah.
So I don't know how big that really was, but the castle's going up, as you said, and Imp's going to be on the way. So I think Liereyy needs to avoid the temptation to even make more cav at all. You know Viper's going to have monks out there. You know Viper as Japanese. I think the best thing that Lithuanians can make against Japanese is probably their skirmishers. Because their skirms have the armor, and they've got the speed. And Japanese are going to go Halb, or they're going to go Cav Archers. The skirmishers are the best. And Viper, oh, he almost traps the Knights in there.
Yeah, he's walling now. He's not letting them go in. He's doing the archery ranges. It's not a little bit too late to go transition for Cav Archers now, because if you do that, you're going to be really, really late to Imperial. And I know Viper is behind 20 villages. He has the fish, so it's 9 villages. So at the end, it's only 10 population economically talking. But you need to go in, Tristan.
Yeah, he's trying to do a lot. He's trying to do a lot.
Too much.
I think he could potentially delay his imp if he does produce. What I think Viper should be doing in these moments is stonewalling the south. Like, he's wide open.
No, he's going imp. He's going to go imp. He's doing the archery ranges. He's going to be ready for the transition, but he's not producing. He's reading the game properly. Lierey's going to go up to Imperial quicker, but the Snake is not going to be too far behind. So, still chances in this game for the Snake.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's maybe a dream game number 5 here. The game's very close, but does feel like Liereyy still got that slight edge. Both players going to lose their monks. That monk survives actually for Liereyy. And the monk from Viper is going to survive.
Man. They're paying attention to absolutely everything. They're going to wall here. There you go. He's walling everything. They are on point. What a series of Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition here on the Nobles Apartment Camp. It's still open.
He's still not walled. That whole hill is probably where he wanted to castle, and it's just... all these things are starting to go wrong for Viper, and he had a lot of time here, Mem. He had a lot of time with that map control to outpost the region, see how open he was, prepare for this moment, and it's, again, reactive from the Viper, and Lierey's just going to get all these free Vil picks right before the Imperial Age.
Amazing, really amazing. He's doing now the hand card, but free boom at home for Liereyy. He's not getting almost disturbed at all. You can see how with Lithuanians, he's having already 1k resources more than the Japanese. Obviously, he's going to have here some monks. You don't want to lose so many villages because you are already with a lot less. 72 villages, only 100. 100. He needs to boom a lot more. And now, just going to make a skirmish. He's doing a castle in the middle, castle at the bottom. The situation is ideal for Liereyy.
Liereyy was never, ever going to make more knights. He thought those knights would get no value. And instead, they forced idle time. They opened up opportunities for Latis to come in another area of Viper's base that's open. And, I mean, Memb, it's just a dream now for Liereyy. It's just a dream. He's got the skirms. He's going for a castle. He's going to apply pressure. He knows how exposed those golds are for Viper on the front.
Yeah.
What a nightmare for Viper here.
Yeah, it's a nightmare here completely. I mean, and the biggest nightmare is that he's now doing ballistic. He has no wood at all. He has only 74 villages. He's in Imperial. The Viper gonna be in Imperial in 35 seconds. The score is not so big a difference. Man, how is keeping that fish alive, the Viper? Because he should be a lot more behind with the economy. He's still behind because the farming from Liereyy is insane.
Yeah,
Tristan,
so
48 on food. Let's check. Let's zoom out a little bit, Vodka, so you give an idea of... It's perfect. It's not like your farms, you know, but it's there's some there, you know, but...
It's amazing how your economy can be if you wall up. It's amazing. It's just the craziest thing. And Liereyy did such a good job at that. We didn't have time to talk about it, but when he had map control, he stonewalled, right? Yeah. And like, I'm getting a little heated here, but like, Viper had some time. And so right now, game number 5, Viper's got to turn this around. He's down 20 Vils, and he's about to be treb pushed. Can he turn it around, though, Mem? It feels like with the Lithuanians and their skirmishers, Viper's going to have a tough time dealing with this.
Yeah, it's really complicated. I will do guard towers right away, I'm telling you. Those towers, Japanese towers, but the problem is the resources. He doesn't have echo.
Yeah.
He doesn't have echo. I mean, he has options here because those towers with the upgrades, they will kill all.
Yep.
They will really kill all. And he has DCs in the other spot that he doesn't have towers, but Liereyy is still super active, trying to raid constantly. Everything. They're taking those.
Does Viper know about the castles in the castle in the middle there?
Let's put the forward war, please, for the Viper. Doesn't know.
Okay.
Doesn't know. Well, they see the trebuchet here, so he knows he's close.
Yeah, that's true. Well, he does have those Cav Archers making a move, getting some nice kills there. But Liereyy still has skirmishers in his base, idling his economy. Viper's worker efficiency now down to 49% last minute because of the skirmisher raid. But I think this is a great game plan from Liereyy. He can't receive damage because he's protected with castles and walls, and he's just going to use this army as a distraction to now push the middle there. I mean, why not just treb a hole in the Viper's base and run in again, right?
Yeah. Well, he's respecting also a little bit there, you know, but he's going to have the trebuchets. He's going to mass more cav archers. Military numbers is still definitely
kill the
lower.
skirms.
He's killing there. Oh man, he's already on his farming economy that he doesn't have a lot. Plate bard in armor, and how you gonna stop this? It's so complicated. The score is still not that big of a difference, but I think the score is gonna explode very soon. If it's not that the Viper is gonna give up, I hope that he's gonna keep trying. With those life as you might kill that. And he's doing a castle even there. He's controlling
the whole
everything
map.
right now, except the water. But the water now is kind of irrelevant.
I know a 3-2 doesn't imply that someone was perfect. Lierey's been pretty much borderline near perfect this entire series. One of the losses, maybe he could chalk up to a Civ loss. Two of them, actually, with the Chinese and the Koreans. I mean, you could go down the list. I mean, I've been so impressed with how on point he has been. Very little mistakes in his defense, in his offense, in his transitions. And Viper here, I mean, he's just too many steps behind Memp. He's going to try, but the Trebs are taking down his TC. The Skirms, there's no answer to. Japanese light cav aren't strong enough to deal with those
But
Skirms.
what Viper did wrong in this game, like he played a good game. He took the water back, but then the transition for Liereyy was instant.
Well,
instant to the land, and he probably Vipers to have wall earlier.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the only thing, in my opinion.
Ask me that question if this game actually ends. I've got a couple things I want to say.
Okay,
because
let's
it's so high level.
Yeah.
Right? You got to talk about the small details, but we've got elite latest now. We've got chemistry completing, attack upgrades completing, the unique tech now for the Skirms. I mean, this just got twice as hard for Viper, and he was already dead.
He's absolutely crazy. Look at the amount of army he has, and not only the army Liereyy has, the quality of that army is doing now Parthen tags with Thambrin, but it's only 15 when Liereyy has 40 skirmishes plus 6 armor. Plus 6 armor. He's gonna take everything, and those are, they are elite.
Yep.
Elite unique units. So how you stop this?
Yep. I mean, the Cav Archers, but the Cav Archers are gonna go bye-bye, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be gone in a moment. As you can see, it's sticking the hill here. 183 population, 125. Liereyy is already, if he's winning this one, already with more victories than in the whole last NAC 5.
Too soon, man. Too soon.
If he's winning, he can win it, you know. It's too soon, as you mentioned, you know. It's what it is. And Liereyy took this series.
He played incredible.
Very good.
Yeah, I think we have the audio for them in that room. There was not a single word beyond maybe good game.
Their focus is still.
Yeah.
Because they respect each other. It's Viper Liereyy.
Of course.
They want to win. They're serious.
I mean, what a series. I am so thrilled with how Liereyy just played. That is incredible. Especially because I'm the only caster here that predicted Liereyy first, while everyone else went with Hera first, even though I slightly doubted myself due to Hera's recent dominance. But, man, listen, like, you asked me, how did Viper lose that game? It was that scout. Remember that moment where we're like, where's the scout? He wasn't scouting the follow-up. Now, that only looks like a glaring error to all of us because you had the definition of perfection from Liereyy the whole way through. So I'm not going to come at this and be completely critical, but on that map, with how that plays out, that's exactly what needed to happen, and it was just recovery from there. And I think the one thing, God, I want to talk about for so much longer, but
we can't, sadly, because we want to talk about this series the whole day.
But seriously, like when it comes to Viper, this is group stage. So it's not that big a deal. He's going to have more wins, I'm sure, and hopefully get the playoffs. But like, when you look at Viper's play over the last 2 years, I would say the consistency from game to game can go up and down more than maybe in the past. But also, I think he's not as focused on the timings as maybe he once was, or as other players are, and that can catch up with him. He can't just adapt out of it. And, I mean, Liereyy punished him perfectly. It was a hell of a series.
He did amazing. He really, really did amazing. And very soon we're going to see what Liereyy has to say, because Liereyy is with LA, and I believe they are ready for the interview. And at least that we have some short commercial, and then we go with Liereyy and LA.
And now, a word from our partners.
Have you heard of the 21st century?
Why settle for clacks, clunks and jams? Say goodbye to sticking keys. And welcome to the ultra-responsive, quiet precision of the Liereyy Exodus 760 mechanical keyboard. With our Temu red switches for ultra-silent key presses, anti-ghosting with N-key rollover, and 1 millisecond response time, this keyboard will keep up with your fastest moves. Whether you're gaming or working, you'll enjoy precise control at the speed of light. Get yours on mueller.de. In case you rage, we do not cover costs for damaged screens or unfinished castles. Back then, a pocket watch told you the time, if it wasn't broken, that is. Today, the Hammer smartwatches do so much more. From monitoring your health to managing your schedule, and even keeping you on time for the next Age of Empires final, everything is just a glance away. And they do it in magnificent style. Make more of your time. Hammer.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Ellie, and I'm here with Liereyy after that phenomenal set. Congratulations, super well played. I just like to ask, the games were win, lose. Mentally going into game 5, how does that differ from like a sweep or a reverse sweep situation?
It's more exciting. More is on the line than if you're down or up 2-0. So it's more nerves, more adrenaline. You know, you feel every nerve in your body, which is kind of nice. Can go both ways. You can either be completely down after the set or completely up. So it goes both ways.
Well, it was really certainly exciting to watch. First game on Copenhagen, you went with Vietnamese. What did you think about winning water early? Was that your plan? Were you surprised that Viper didn't try to make a comeback?
Yeah, I think he messed up in the top lake. I did 2 dogs in the bottom lake, so I won that one. Then the top lake, I think he made a galley first to snipe my fish. Not sure if that was on purpose or it was a misclick, but it kind of allowed me to win both waters and then have a heavy advantage there. So.
Well, let's take a look at some of the replays. This was from this very first game here. You had phenomenal scouting. I think this is when Viper here, you lost your scout. What were your thoughts going on here?
Not again. It almost feels like inevitable that I lose my scout early on, but I managed to save it with some quick walls. It's pretty hard nowadays to delay something or to deny something.
Yeah, your scouting in the second game especially was on point. Were you practicing that at all? Like, it seemed like you were just everywhere.
Yeah, especially in certain games, you think about it a bit more, since like you know the opponent only has tricky plays. So if they just play standard, they lose. So that's why in some games I'm scouting more, in some games I'm scouting less, depending on the situation.
In this game here, when Viper ran in with his 5 Huskarls or so, you reacted really quickly with the monks. Is that something you had in your sleeve, or is that just reaction?
Reaction. You just use every unit in the field and you go with the flow, honestly. It's a mess most of the times, but it works out.
Well, it was a really phenomenal reaction, and you had a great victory. On the second game here in Tidepool, Viper had his Korean civilization, and I think we were saying that Armenians might be the best water civ currently. How do you feel about that?
It used to be. Now I'm not sure anymore after this game. He played pretty well. He kind of showed me up all my weaknesses with my civ. So it was kind of exciting. I even delayed his first dock in the water, but he just made a second one. Then he made those turtle ships anyway, so...
Yeah, the turtle ship moment was really intensive when we were watching, because you were getting rid of that dock, and that second turtle ship, I think Viper wanted to have them out at the same time, but it came out a little earlier. How did you feel when you got rid of those turtle ships?
Well, I was relieved. Still, I think 1 or 2 came out, which still ended up killing like 3 or 4 fish and lots of ships from my side. That was still annoying, but I'm not sure how the situation was looking, to be honest.
So you were, in this game, you were hiding your champions for quite some time. Did you think you hid them successfully, or do you think Viper knew that you had them up your sleeve?
I'm sure he expected them at some point, but it's kind of annoying to build eco on this map. It's very hard. You have very little space, and then you have to make ranges, barracks, farms, all those stuff. So not easy.
And Viper here had a phenomenal push with his bombard cannons, especially in the south. Were you distracted by what was going up north, or how do you think that that played out?
I think we were both distracted. This game was just a mess left and right. At the end of the day, he still has easier time to play with, just sitting back with towers, BBC, and I don't have anything against that.
Yeah,
I had to finish it earlier, but it didn't happen.
The tower play was really good. We're going to move on here to game number 3 on Citadel, Khmer versus Dravidians. You had another really early victory on the water. Is that your plan going into this, is just taking the water first and then going on land?
I like it. It's a good plan if you have the right civ for it. I mean, Dravidians is like one of the best water civs. Khmer don't really want to play water anyway, so it makes sense in that situation. And yeah, it worked out.
There's a little bit of Vil drama here with one of your gold villagers. Or not gold, sorry, a walling villager. It got a little bugged. Did you notice that? It was kind of stuck for a very long time.
Was this game?
Right here, yeah.
Oh.
And it was just going like this for what seemed like forever.
Dude, if those units came in for that side, I would have been mad. Like, I would have. Look,
it's a very long time.
it doesn't even show as idle. That's the worst part. It's still moving.
Of course. Okay, so that answers that question. Luckily,
I did not realize.
luckily for you, it didn't make much of a difference here, but it was certainly entertaining.
It was a nice fight, actually.
This was a very, very important fight that we thought for Viper for cleaning this out. But then your castle did go up. What was your game plan here?
Win the game. I mean, kill as much army as possible. I had like 4 or 5 Manglers prepared. I knew he would eventually come in, because he kind of has to. So I just selected all my units and attack grounded literally every single space on the map. So yeah, I think it was pretty even at the end. I still favor my position, obviously, but yeah, it worked out.
Chinese versus Magyars here on Bedouins. Everyone was asking, why didn't you ban Chinese?
I banned 4 other civs. Sadly, you can't ban everything. And the admin didn't help. The admin didn't ban Chinese, so it was rough. But yeah, in hindsight, Chinese do seem pretty good here, from what I can see in the rest collection and the game.
It was pretty much the early lead on the economy for Viper that just kind of snowballed. Were you expecting Viper to come out at you with cavalry archers?
No, I thought it was an option for him, but I didn't think he would go that route. I think he would just play the elite skirmisher. But I didn't really have any plays this game. Like I don't think I lost a single villager, but I still couldn't do anything this game. It was crazy. I was just I had no options, it feels like. It's like we played Miro and he just won. Even though we have the same CA in Castle Age. I scaled better, but it doesn't do anything if I don't get there, so.
I think in this map on your woodline, you also made a tower, and I think that gave Viper a little bit of insight that you weren't booming.
Yeah, the field edge could have gone better for sure, but also walled a lot, he has more resources, so it's like, it's our game either way.
So if you were replaying this game, what would you
lose probably again. Chinese is just crazy on that map, so yeah. Wouldn't like to replay that one.
Do you think there was any moment in particular where your, I guess, inevitable demise really was solidified?
I don't know. I had some hopes after I killed his CA mass with my CA, but the score just kind of went up and up and up for him, and so I already knew what's happening behind all that. So it was just like, let's try some fast aim, idle my economy, but it didn't work, obviously, against Viper.
And so you knew you were going to go into game number 5 here. Did you feel confident about the Civ matchup here?
Kind of. I mean, it's in late game, yes, but he has more wood to work with. I have more food to work with early on. Those are kind of our bonuses. It's kind of fun and exciting to see how it plays out. Like I up faster because I have food. He has more wood, so he naturally has more ships. So it kind of collapses. And then kind of depends who adopts better. I think in this game I adopted a bit better. But yeah, it was still a super close game. Like the score was still somehow even after Castle Age. I was on 3TC, barely reached Castle Age, and my score didn't go up. So I was getting a bit worried what's happening behind.
Did you know that Viper still had a really nice fish boom up north?
Apparently, I didn't, but I guess score explains why. So yeah.
Yes, Viper was really, really slow with the Castle Age for sure, and Viper was open here, and you got the knights in. You had this like decisive army victory here. Did you know that this was it?
Yeah, at this point you just know like he has nothing, he has no army composition to make an army into his eco, so he doesn't have any resources to work with either, so that was it.
Well, it was an amazing set. Everyone was on the edge of their seats. And it's just always such a pleasure to watch you play, especially versus Viper. It's like pretty much a rule that you go to game number 5. So did you know that it was going to go the distance?
Well, I would have preferred winning earlier, but, sometimes the opponent doesn't allow you. He played really well today as well. So yeah, if I make 1 or 2 mistakes in my winning games, I just lose. And, that's just the highest level of AoE right now.
Yeah, the level is insane at NAC, and we're all just enjoying to watch. And we're going to look forward to the next set, the last set of the game. Do you have any favorites?
I think Hera has to be the favorite. I mean, he has been playing well, also in practice. And, he's still on a streak of 7, 8 S-tier events. So yeah, I think we all know the favorite, but let's see. It's going to be exciting. Tato will have some strats prepared, and he's in really good shape too, so...
Well, amazing. Then we'll send it over back to the caster desk, and we can't wait to see the last set of the day.